Good afternoon, everybody. We are here at the field house at Fergie Jenkins Field for another edition of the Enyo Barncast. My name is Dan Dominguez, and joining me today, a special guest host, Eric Dominguez, my son, joining me on the Barncast here today. Welcome to the show, Eric.
Thanks, Dad. Really excited to
You call me Dan.
jump on the Barnstormers bandwagon here as we get to another game.
Yeah, the team's been a little bit of a funk right now, but we know this team can hit. You've been on teams that have struggled down the stretch. Is there keys you can think of just to stay positive, to try and get back on track?
Hopefully there's still a lot of chatter in the locker room, picking guys up as they work their way through these games here. It's kind of the dog days of summer.
Yeah, and you can see on the board some of our good players there leading the league in RBIs, Grayson Barrett. So as we're waiting for the broadcast, we're going to get right to it as we see Yushin Oda. I'll get to the starting lineups for you back at home. But before I do that, let's make sure we have those tickets that we put on the front there. There's a couple of free tickets. If the Barnstormers win today, we're going to give out another two tickets to a general admission game later this season. So, again, as always, we're rooting for the Barnstormers. But on the chat, tell us where you're watching from. We like to hear from you on the chat. So the starting lineup for the Barnstormers today, Lee Kucera is going to be the DH. Evan Morrison is at shortstop. Grayson Barrett, we saw the league leader in RBIs. He's out in left field today. Yushin Oda tied for the league lead in home runs with 8. He's at third base. Austin Gurney in center. Owen Constantino at first base. Julian Monks is at second tonight. And Spencer Marin in right. And Ayad Ansari is doing the catching, and his battery mate will be another former Kitchener Panther with Ansari is Dakota Parsons. And the home team, the Welland Jackfish, Daike Abe is in center. Weisner at second base. Ethan Mann at first. James Smybert is your third base. Gideon, Luther, Mullen, Grant, and Hupe round out their starting 9, and Teo Ortega, tough right-handed pitcher, pitching today for Welland. So that is the lineup. The lights went off on us here. We'll keep that going. So, again, the Barnstormers, they're down quite a few games, but there's still 20 – how many games left? Close to 30 games still left in this season, so there's still a long way to try and come back. So tonight, Parsons been one of our more dominant pitchers this year, and I don't know if we have the broadcast coming up yet. But we'll like to see some of you out there as well. We also, you can see them starting to take the field before the anthem. We're going to talk about the transactions that have happened recently. Some people I know in the chat have asking about Moises Brito, whether if and when he's ever going to come back. He was officially released by the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Charlie Bowman also released. He was only kind of an emergency fill-in after Fukuda got called up to the Frontier League. And Kat Marin is no longer a Barnstormer. He pitched yesterday in London, and he was released today. The Barnstormers have also signed a teammate of Evan Morrison's from Grand Valley State is Aiden Van Inkevoort. He is a two-way player. We're not sure. It looks like he might be doing some pitching for the Barnstormers, but has the ability to take the field as well. So, and then again, we have the All-Stars coming up, Eric, with Barrett, Oda, Gurney, Constantino, and Morrison. And then pitching, we have Yuri O'Connor. This team's been hitting, but we got to find a way to keep the scores down lower because we're not outscoring teams right now.
Yep, especially against a team like Welland. They're definitely going to have to keep those crooked numbers down today.
Yeah, the defending champs. They've won 2 of the last 3 Dominico Cups. As you see the starting lineup coming out today, it looks like a beautiful day in Welland. There was a chance of some rain, but it looks like most of that has subsided as the starting pitchers taking the hill. So we talked about some of those all-stars. We're going to talk about another potential all-star while the anthem is going. Thomas Green is up for the ballot, the last chance vote, as you're watching, see the anthem going on the Enyo Barncast. But make sure you hit the CBL website. You can also get the link from the social media. We want to get Thomas Green to the all-star game. He's doing pretty well in the voting so far, but he needs your help. The voting only goes till tomorrow night, midnight. Sunday night, midnight is the last day. So let's get Thomas Green, send him to the All-Star game through the last chance vote. So hit up the social media, and then you can see there it is, the last man in. Cole putting it up on the screen there for us to get him in. In the north, you see Josh Williams is also up for it. So a former Barnstormer. You don't have to vote for Josh if you don't want, but Josh was a good guy when he was in town. So we want to get him into the All-Star game, and it's only a week away. That's going to be a good time. Saturday is the Derby as well as a skills competition, and Sunday is the big game at 2 o'clock. So skills competition should be an interesting thing, not just a regular derby, Eric?
Yeah, they got a few different challenges that are going to be out on the field. They got bunting, throwing. I believe there's one more. There's
the catcher, but the pop time from the catcher and the center fielder hitting a target, and then the bunting one was always a popular one in the Asian community. So I don't know who's our only Asian hitter left now is Yushin Oda, right? So I don't think I've ever seen Yushin bunt in the 2 years we've had him. So we'll have to see. I imagine Daike Abe might be part of that competition. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, yeah, your mic was off there, but yeah, you're up, but I can't hear you. So, and it's also Willy Wonka Day today, as there's an Oompa Loompa getting ready for the first pitch. So, always interesting. Let's see if the Oompa Loompa a little bit high and up. So, first pitch at
ball one.
There you are. I hear you now. Ball one.
Yeah, with the All-Star game at home, it's definitely going to be hopefully good to have as many CK players out there as possible. If they could get Green in as one more, they're all obviously being at home would probably be a good chance for them to get in the game, make something happen in those games. So every CK guy on that All-Star team will be another good addition for the South team.
And there's we get an official word regarding the release of Moises Brito. So just roster space is everything. We only get 8 import players. I believe we're at 7 now. Harry, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Depends on if Mickey is counting as a import currently or if he's on the inactive list. Because those visas, especially on some of those Dominican players, just for whatever reason, we couldn't get that one through. So we decided the powers that be decided to cut bait and use that roster spot and import spot somewhere where that can help the team. So. That'll be definitely important if we can get another body. And the new player is from Michigan as well. Van Inkavort is from Michigan, so having that arm is definitely going to help that bullpen, I would hope, and then having the ability to go 2 ways.
And the way Harry worded that as well, I believe they're still waiting for that visa, and if it comes through, maybe they
can re-sign him. Yeah, they can re-sign him. But it's been two plus months, and the announcement probably came out, imagine, in March or April. I'd have to go back on my social media to check on that. So Teo Ortega, this is a tough right-handed pitcher here. This was my preseason pitcher of the year on the CBL Changeup podcast. A little bit higher ERA. So yeah, thanks, Harry. 1 import spot left. That's what I had thought as well. So hopefully we might get some more bodies in. So I know the team's a little bit beat up here and there. So that's what happens throughout a long season like this, Eric, where you're playing high-level ball. You start getting those bruises and beat up, and some of these guys need a day off here and there.
Yep, they're going to want to get off to a quick start. Welland's a good pitching team. They're above the league averages in ERA and WHIP, so getting off to a hot start, especially against the big crowd out there in Welland, is going to be paramount for them here today.
Yeah, lots of Oompa Loompas out there. But, yeah, Ortega, like I said, was my preseason. He had an ERA of 4.31, I think it said. So last year he was in the 2s, so teams have been getting to him as the first pitch. High fastball looks like it chases past Kucera. Lee's not afraid to bunt and use that speed, the flash he's nicknamed. So anything you do to get base runners on as the 0-1 pitch comes. Well, and a bad swing there. Lee's going to want to have that one back. Just a little bit overexcited. So now 0-2, you got to think you can be looking for an off speed maybe here, Eric?
Yep, something. Got to protect the zone, but got to protect just outside the zone as well. Pitcher can do pretty much whatever he wants with this pitch.
And you can see the catcher jumping to the outside. Good job by not chasing that one. So 3 straight fastballs from Ortega. So I know he had a bit of an injury. No, that was actually Euclides Layer, the other Dominican pitcher they had that had a bit of an injury. So 1-2 to Lee. And again, tried to chase that high fastball. So 4 straight fastballs. Interesting. See, nothing off speed yet to Kucera. Go ahead.
I noticed the catcher is doing on the one knee style of catching.
Yeah, that's Robbie Mullen, another one of the import players. Little chopper. This might be a tough play with the speed. Let's see if Lee can beat him there. No, it looks like they just got him there. 3-1 put out, but again, put some pressure on them. We had a good conversation a couple of Barncasts ago. I think it was on our second Barncast with Greg Kemble. And if you go back and watch that, just an outstanding tutorial on the 1 knee versus 2 knee. Greg being nicknamed Gramps. He was, of course, old school with the traditional squat, where both knees are up. But then most of the catchers, including our own catchers on the Barnstormers. Ansari we'll see here a little bit later on today, and Oda are both 2-knee guys, or 1-knee down guys.
Yeah, there's definitely got to be pros and cons to each version. I wouldn't know specifically for one or the other. Definitely not a catcher, but just got to be reasons why they're doing it. There's guys in the bigs doing it. It's certainly taken over recently.
There's a line shot left field. Is that going to get down? No,
it hung up a little bit still. Caught out there by the left fielder.
That's Abe out in left field, and Morrison likes to go that opposite way. So I know coaching you didn't like catcher at all. I think that maybe one time I put you in there. I don't know if you lasted the inning.
Nope. I went in rookie ball, pitching machine, 2 pitches, didn't catch either one. That was my last time catching.
So a short-lived experiment. Center field was more your speed, and second base. So
lots of lefties in the order today for CK.
And it's nice that we actually get to see a right-handed pitcher. This one's
off-speed pitch that
he's having trouble with the sun, but he's able to fight that one off.
Good contact, but right to a fielder.
All right, so 3 up, 3 down. We're going to take a quick step away. We're going to come back for the bottom of the first inning. Welland Jackfish coming to bat, but you're watching the Enyo Barncast. We're live from the field house at Fergie Jenkins Field. We'll be right back.
Give it to me.
It's us again.
And as you see, the commercial, the baby bandit season for Enyo Pest Advisors. Give Cam and his team a call for any of your pest control needs. Enyo Pest Advisors. As Dakota Parsons finishing up his warm-up tosses. 0-1, 608 ERA, 22 strikeouts. Most of that was in he gave up 8 or 9 runs in just an inning and in change, I believe it was, the other day, where he hit 4 batters and just had all sorts of trouble. But Parsons has also been, he had a game earlier in the season, 6 innings, 3 hits, 7 strikeouts. Probably the best pitching performance I've seen from the Barnstormers. But we'll see. The former Kitchener Panther battery mates, Ansari and Parsons here, now playing for the Barnstormers. So it's Abe 345, and look at those stolen bases. So that's something important, Eric, to keep off the bases. I know you were a base stealer in your day, and just how much headache is that for a pitcher when you're on base?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if he's not looking to steal in that moment, it's something that they definitely going to have in the back of their mind.
And Ansari, a young catcher, only 22 years old, I believe, 21 or 22. I think he just turned 22 not too long ago. It's the first one's in there for a strike.
As he squares the bunt there, looking to get on however he can. Corner infield certainly have that in their mind as well.
And starting all-stars over at third base, Yushin Oda made it as a third baseman, even though he's caught most of his games. But now with Ansari hitting so well for the Barnstormers, Oda's moved over the third base just so we can get both of those bats in the lineup, which right now we need all the good bats in there we can get. Parsons with the 1-2. Fastball, that's a little dribble to short. That's going to be a tough one, fast runner. And Morrison lets it get under his glove. We'll have to wait for the official ruling.
And that's the thing with that speed. It's not just on the pitcher. The infield knew they had to get that ball out nice and quick, and it resulted in getting on base for Welland there.
So we'll wait. Cole might be able to give us the official ruling that they ruled in Welland for that one. So runner on, and now you got another guy that can either drop one down or look at those RBIs. 32 RBIs out of your 2-hole in, they've played about 25 games, I think. So that's pretty impressive from Jordan Weisner.
The lefty loaded top of the order here for Welland as we CK checks him real quick.
So we're getting official word that was an E6 for the Barnstormers. So Abe reaches via the air. Would have been a tough play even for Morrison if he comes up with that one. He would have had to throw it on the run, kind of off the wrong foot. That's the second pickoff attempt. Oh, and that's thrown away. So that's E1 now, and that ball's out of play. So that should be a 2-base error. He should get all the way to third here.
Players had their hands up.
So not the start the Barnstormers wanted here. An error the player reaches. They're talking. They want home. There's definitely no home plate on this. A ball in play. He only get 2 bases. The one you're going to plus 1. I don't know why they'd be asking for a third base.
Looks like they're even talking about second base.
What's going? Oh, was there interference on the lead? Let's turn this up here a little bit.
Up in the air, but they played the ball down the line.
Try and hear what's going on with Alec Murray. Don't worry, we won't keep them up too long, guys.
That's what manager Brian Essery is arguing right now.
Abe was already at second by
That's
the
what I
time it
mean.
even got there. So, like, that's automatic 2 bases, whether it gets caught up there or not. That's Chris Walters, the first base umpire tonight.
It's interesting because a one on a wild pitch, if he were to throw a wild pitch out of the thing, you're definitely only getting 1 base. But this should be a live ball. To my knowledge, it still should be a 2-base error.
Yeah, it's tough to know exactly where that ball ended up, if
True.
it was fully out of play or if the announcers are mentioning if it was touched by a Barnstormer.
Third base.
Yeah, up towards the bullpen. So
The Barnstormers went to play the baseball down the line, Reese. That's where I question the call.
Looks like
Not play the ball
at the end of it all,
and throw your hands up and say,
it's going to be a runner on
okay,
second.
right? It's either one or the other.
Well, what you're supposed to do is throw the hands up and let the umpire come over.
Yes.
And
So
make
it looked
that
like it sounds like it was a lodge ball over there. So I guess a lodge ball is considered. I'm sure they talked about this in the ground rules, and Harry would know, Dom would know. A lodge ball would only be 1 base. It wasn't technically out of play. It was just an unplayable ball.
And we certainly know about lodge balls here in Canada.
Yeah, we don't need to bring up that memory of the World Series last year. Way to give me nightmares again tonight. So it's all said and done. Still no pitches into Wisner. That one just misses outside, as you see the strike box from our own Cole Dupuis.
Yep, that's impressive.
It's doing that. So looks a little big, but looks like it's. But again, with them only having like a 6-foot camera here, you can't tell if it's too low in the zone or not. Looks like he's going to third. Be a line drive. Center field, Gurney chases. That ball's down. The run's going to score. Should be an RBI double for Wisner as Abe trots home. So an RBI double for the Jackfish, and Welland leads 1-0.
Just kind of got it in the gap there in between left and center field. Couldn't run it down.
Yeah, Gurney, all-star outfielder for the Barnstormers. That's a tough one there. Who's out in left today? Grayson's out in left. So we got a pair of all-stars out in the outfield and left in center field today.
Good opposite field swing.
Yeah, and Wisner, again, my preseason MVP pick, is definitely a strong player. One of the better. He's playing second base this year. He used to be a shortstop, but moved over to second base with Brendan Luther on that team. So, and there's a miss outside from Parsons. That's one of the misses you see from Parsons sometimes, as they have a little hiccup in their feet, it looks like currently. Sometimes just gets over, just kind of yanks it down and away. So now they've got one of their cameras froze. So center field cameras froze, so we'll have to use this thing. This one's hit hard to left field. That's going to be trouble. Oh, a diving play. Did he catch that? What a catch. An unbelievable catch by left fielder Grayson Barrett. You're not going to see a better catch than that, Eric.
That was full extension, arms out. I believe the runner on second, like he stopped, but he was getting ready to keep going, so he probably had to stop in his tracks pretty quickly there.
And you can see kind of a little bit of a grin coming from Grayson Barrett. That's actually some bad base running. With nobody out, he's got to be tagging on there, because if that ball gets down, Wisner still probably scores.
He was walking home.
Yeah, so, and then worst case, he should have been on third base after the tag. The Barnstormers will take the break there, but you're not going to see if, I don't know if they don't have a replay. Oh, it looks like a wild pitch.
That one, it looks like he got a piece of it, but camera kind of cut it right before we were able to fully see what happened there. Maybe they'll give us a replay.
Oh, they won't give us replay according to the best producer in all of the CBL, Cole Dupuis. But that catch, hopefully there's a good shot of that we'll be able to cut, because that's definitely play of the year quality. We saw another beautiful one from Evan Morrison, but unfortunately the quality from Toronto, you couldn't see how great a play. Here's a fly ball, shallow, middle center field. Wisner's going to be tough, but Gurney's got an arm. He's going to launch this. Here's the throw of the plate. Not in time. Looked like it might have been offline a little bit. Gurney's not afraid to launch one from the outfield. So
Yeah, good effort, but gets the out. Kind of snuffs the rally. No one on the base paths right now, at least, as they can look to get this third out.
And I hate bringing it up, but those both are going to go down as unearned runs. Abe reached via the error, and so he would have been out, and that would have been the third out from Smybird. So 2 unearned runs going against Dakota, so a tough break from him. Would have been a tough play from Morrison regardless, so that one could have been ruled a hit. Yeah, that's because the box score person probably doesn't know what they're doing. So if it's done properly, it should have been 2 unearned runs against Parsons. It looks like their center field Cam is down again. So Gideon is now the batter with nobody on. So 0-1.
Another left-handed hitter.
Gideon was a Frontier League playoff MVP a year or two ago for, I think it was Trois-Rivières. So a really good left-handed hitter, but coming back to the CBL. He played for Welland a few years ago as well. So strong outfielder, center field, and right field usually. Where is he playing today? He's in center today for the Jackfish. So nobody on for Parsons. 2-1 count. That one just sails up and away a little bit. 3-1. So it'd be nice to get out of this. He's got to be touching 20 pitches. You see the standings there. London Majors and Barry Baycats have kind of been the class of the CBL so far. Barnstormers in the middle of a 4-game losing streak, so they fall down to 7-15. There's a little roller. Oh, a funky bounce to Constantino.
Some English on it there.
For sure. That's a good job. Speaking of all-stars, too, that's another all-star that Barnstormers have. So it's 2-0. There it is. We're going to step away, and we have our first guest of the day coming in, Joel Desjardins. Great Lakes Gymnastic, but also a sales representative for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. We're going to talk sales. We're going to talk all-star. So we're going to step away. You're watching the Enyo Barncast.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers Summer Camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers Summer Camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington, then back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Welcome back, everybody. We're heading to the top of the second inning. Before we talk to our guest for the inning, I want you to make sure, if you didn't see on the commercial, head to the Barnstormers social media or the website. Check out those camps. There's 5 camps throughout the summer for your children aged 7 to 13. The kids have a blast. I'm pretty sure they get a ticket for a Barnstormer game at the end of it. So then sign those kids up. I know they're filling up fast. So make sure you go to the Barnstormers, ckbarnstormers.com for the information. Our guest here today is Joel Desjardins. You are with Great Lakes Gymnastics. I know you do a lot of stuff with the Barnstormers as we head to the top of the second. So we'll start with the Great Lakes. I know you're a big sponsor of the Barnstormers. How did your relationship start with the club?
Honestly, I started off just as a normal fan, bringing my kids out to the ball games the very first year the Barnstormers came in. And then I just saw potential in getting my business out there, and there it is. And next thing you know, it's 2 years in, and we're sponsoring this YouTube channel that you guys see here. Just the preseason game and the preseason meeting and the player of the game at the end of the game. So.
Oda takes 1 and 2 now. I know Cam from Enyo has said kind of the similar story. A newer business in town. And then your clientele is those kids that we want to get here. But Cam he would put up different ads and just do great with getting results from the people wanting to be involved. As strike 3 goes past Oda, good nice pitch on the outside part. He says it really helped his business being involved with this community team.
Absolutely. Just last week saw someone looking on one of the social media groups looking for somebody that's looking to get their bugs destroyed in their home. And, of course, I chimed in and said, Enyo Pest Control. That's just all because of the Barnstormers sponsorship that we give.
Because, yeah, we have a big reach now. We have 1,000 season tickets, lots of fans, one of the top attendance teams in the league. So when we're going to recommend someone, we're going to start with family. You know what I mean? So when your kids need somewhere to get some energy out and they need to learn some gymnastics, someone's gonna recommend your group.
We definitely have lots of space to burn out some energy. That's for sure.
So it's 1-1 now. As again, all-star Austin Gurney, great catch in center field earlier, but Grayson Barrett. I don't know if you saw it on the screen there or not.
Catch was amazing.
And it's tough going back between first base and left field. So you have to go to do 2 different positions to master that. That's very difficult to do. You played a lot of positions, Eric. Did you think going from second to center to wherever else you played?
I'm sure that from one side of the field to the other, it's certainly a difference. As we see another strikeout there for the Barnstormers.
Kind of identical to that first one, but yeah, it's moving around like that. How difficult is that? Not being able to get settled into one spot.
Yeah, as similar as the task of right and left field is, it's a completely different look. You're looking at it from a different area. I hardly ever played left, and it was because I didn't want to. I've stood in right and center field. I like it there. I don't want to go to left field. I know what it looks like from here. It's a comfort thing.
Because, yeah, on the corners, you get that ball doing that sail, that tailing, and the center field, sometimes it just comes right at you. You don't know which way it's coming from. First base coach, who is it today? Who is it? Thibaut Mercadier at first base here today. As Owen Constantino, how great was it to see Owen make the All-Star team for the Barnstormers?
Super happy to see the amount of Barnstormers that made the All-Star game. We had the 2 starters and the bunch of reserves there, and we also
Flair. Did he catch that? Oh my goodness, did he catch it?
Yes, he did.
I'm trying to see an umpire. Let's turn it up. Yeah, a nice catch by Abe. So kind of Grayson Barrett laid down the challenge, and Daike Abe was up for the challenge. We'll stay here with Joel for this one as well. But yeah, that's All-Star. We started talking about it. Owen Constantino, Gurney, Barrett, Morrison, Oda, and then pitcher Yuri O'Connor Yokoyama so far.
Yeah, and we got that last chance for Thomas Green to get in by this evening. So
I think we have till tomorrow night still.
Is it tomorrow night?
Yeah, so again,
Chatham-Kent, get out there and vote for Thomas Green, number 5.
Last man in. He was doing pretty well in the voting last we saw, but you'll vote for 1 player from the north, 1 from the south, and you have to watch your IP addresses. So if you're doing it from the same Wi-Fi, you might see some get knocked off. So turn your data on for 1, have your spouse or family member go somewhere else under their Wi-Fi and use it, because we want to get Thomas in there for that last man in. He's been a good player and just a great guy. One of my favorite guys to talk to around the diamond.
Absolutely.
Played in Welland last year, won a ring along with Grayson Barrett. So here's one of the things we want you to talk about as well. You guys are giving away some free tickets for the Barnstormers.
Well, actually, yeah, we have 2 contests going on with Great Lakes Gymnastics, kind of collaborating with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. We have a 4-pack of tickets that's going to be going to anybody that signs up for one of Great Lakes summer camps, likes and shares our page. And then we also have 2 other tickets with another contest where you're going to get the VIP treatment. You'll also get dinner with those tickets too. That one there is for July 21st. It's a parents' night out. You don't have to bring the kids if you don't want to. You can have yourself a hot dog and enjoy a beer here.
So you're babysitting? They just drop the kids off with you, or no?
We can arrange something at the gym for sure.
Bring in Lefty for that one.
Yeah, Lefty. No, I don't know if we want Lefty Cole. So the second inning, we're heading to Parsons. Gave up a couple runs. Both of them should have been unearned if on the scoring if I was doing the book, but we'll see how they change that. Luther's going to lead things off. I think he's another lefty coming up for them. He hasn't stepped up to the box yet, but
he's going over that left side, so it's fully stacked of lefties here today.
Yeah, when we've seen that with the Barnstormers too. We have tons of lefties, but I think Yuri's our only true left-handed starter. We don't really see Akatsuka throw a whole heck of a lot lefty these days. So
no, not really, not at all. Yeah.
Every once in a while, he'll pull it out and go lefty, but for the most part, a right-handed pitcher. So hopefully Parsons can bear down here. We need some innings. We need some length from our starting pitching. We have a new pitcher, again, two-way player. Aiden Van Inkevoort is our new player out of Michigan. He signed just yesterday, and he's on the lineup card today, not in the starting lineup today, but he can be a pitcher, but he also has some utility ability as well.
That's great. I was reading on his stats. He's got a great bat as well.
Yeah. Now, when we did the write-up on the press release, he didn't pitch a lot this year, just 3 games, but it sounds like he wants to get involved more on the pitching side. And the Barnstormers, with the recent release and a couple of the struggling here and there, we could use all the help we can right now to nail down some of those games late in the innings, late innings.
Absolutely.
Yep, a new player can bring that to you. A new guy who starts lighting a fire on the team, has a good few games, that can really fire someone else up.
And a walk there for Parsons. It's probably nice, too, Eric, that he has that connection with Evan Morrison playing 4 years together at Grand Valley. So he doesn't come in as just the new guy. You've probably walked into teams where you've been kind of on an island type of thing.
For sure. Evan seems to be one of a strong player on the team, a leader. So bring in a guy that he knows that he can not only bring what they need on the field, but off the field as well. It's going to be hopefully nothing but good for Chatham.
So now a right-handed bat, Robbie Mullen. This is definitely a double play candidate. If they can get a ground ball somewhere from Robbie Mullen, should be able to twist that. You can see him really dancing off the bag there. So we might get an opportunity to see Ansari pop out of that one knee down, Eric, to throw at that runner. He was dancing quite a bit over there. And we did see Parsons throw over earlier, but he threw it away. So, they had him.
Very close. He was leaning to go, so good move there.
He was going. If he could have just got that throw down, but after throwing one away, he probably just wanted to hit Owen right in the chest on that one. So Welland is one of the top stolen base teams in the league. I know you have the numbers there, Eric. I think they're top 3 for sure. As that one just misses away, so it's 2-0 to Robbie Mullen. And we're so 89 we're seeing. Where does that rank?
89 stolen bases. That is by far number 1.
Kitchener slowed down then, and then there's a third one that was up there.
They're about 27 up on Kitchener.
Okay, Kitchener started out
a good pitch,
quite a bit, but they've also struggled offensively. So if you don't get on first, you can't steal second.
No, that's for sure. Got to get those base runners on the pass.
It's definitely contributing to them being successful so far this season. They've had a good run so far.
And that's what we've noticed with the Barnstormers. That's a nice little slider, breaking ball there from Parsons. Mickey set a record last year, caught stealings in the CBL for as far back as point streak goes, which is 2010 when I did the research. Oda did really well last year, but just they've been struggling a little bit. It's not all on catcher. Sometimes the pitcher definitely has a factor. So this is interesting now too, Eric, the second throw over. Yeah. So it's such an advantage if you know that you can get a bigger jump stealing a bag.
Ronald will certainly be taking an extra step here.
And we'll try and listen here, see if he's going on the pitch, and we might even be able to see it here.
There he goes.
There's ball 3, and that's, airmailed. Oh. So I looked at it, almost slipped out of the catcher's hand there. So just a running start with the speed of Luther, you almost have no chance. So, and I think it's a full count pitch now here. So we'll see if hopefully Parsons can get an out here and keep the runner at second base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Barnstormers trail by a pair here early on. Parsons keeping a close eye on the runner that time. There's a ground ball to short. That's the ground ball they needed. Just one pitch too late. So the runner does advance on the slow roller, but the Barnstormers do get an out. Again, the All-Star game coming up. We talked about the 6 All-Stars. What are you looking forward to? I know we have the street party coming. Is there anything that you're really looking forward to on the 11th and the 12th?
I'm loving the skills competition that they have coming out. You know, there's so many different avenues for it. Obviously, everybody wants to see that home run
with that short porch and right.
And with the amount of lefties that you see on this team and on the Barnstormers, there's going to be some screamers going over that barn.
Tyler Duncan from Hamilton.
Looks like it went off his body there.
Okay.
It's trickled foul.
Duncan's won the last 2 derbies, and he's got the left-handed bat. But a lot of the other players, you look at a Robbie Mullen for Welland, there's a lot of righties that Yasiel Puig has made the All-Star, another right-handed bat. So it'll be interesting to see who the 8 competitors are when they do decide that. Nice pitch from, and you can see there's the schedule event you can see real quick. So on the Saturday, the 11th, the out on Tweedsmuir, you can see the meet and greet. You can meet the great Ed Myers out there, as well as a few other celebrities from the area.
Yeah, I saw Todd Warner is going to be
from
there.
Blenheim, right?
Yeah, Bill Atkinson's also going to be joining us, and I do recall there was one more, but I just don't remember.
Yeah, I don't have it off the top of my head. Oh, yeah, a child or grandchild of Boomer Hart of the Hardings. That's from the famous Negro League teams of the Chatham Colored All-Stars from the 1934, I believe.
This could be an opportunity for CK.
Short enough. The camera's over there. Yep. Need a cutoff. Oh, that's a nice throw home. So Barrett's definitely having himself a game here early on defensively.
Yeah, battle of the left fielders. Nice plays from both sides so far.
And actually, I need to make a star, Eric, on that one in the first inning because there is a Barnstormer award at the end of the year for Defensive Players of the Year, and we kind of I keep track of the defensive players for our third base coach Donnie Menard, and I know there's a postseason award for that. So
as there should be, that's half the game.
And I think Grayson Barrett, unless something crazy happens this game, I think Grayson Barrett's earned himself Defensive Player of the Game today already.
And for the skills competition, as we were speaking about, it's going to be nice to see some of the as we see a hit by pitch there, we'll see some flair hopefully from some of the players. That's really one where you can really get to know them a little bit. You'll see them having some fun, smiling throughout all the skills competitions.
Get to see their personalities. It's not just baseball.
And a lot of the guys know each other too, so they get to hang out the Saturday night. Maybe they might go to a restaurant or somewhere and drink a little beer together and have some fun. So it's gonna be Chatham-Kent's just gonna be rocking that weekend. So looks like we're gonna have a mound visit from Dom Donnell here as it's first and third. They might have a little conversation here, Eric. First and third with 2 outs. Hupe is on first base. Speed on third. Hupe, I believe, is just average speed.
Yeah, but as we know, Welland is a stealing team. They're certainly looking to cause chaos on the base path, so good for the entire infield, pitcher and catcher as well, to know what's going on here and have a plan.
With our team, we've been struggling throwing out runners, so we might just elect just to let that guy go if he decides to go and just focus on the batter is my guess, but we shall see here momentarily. But no, seeing the personalities from the All-Star players, I believe Abe made it for Welland. I'm pretty sure I saw him on the All-Star team. So a Japanese player will get to kind of hang out with our Japanese crew.
That's cool.
Yuri O'Connor, Yokoyama is not only All-Star, but he's going to be the All-Star translator for the South All-Stars, I'm sure. So with Abe coming to the South All-Star locker room.
And I'm sure for the fans, too, they'll be able to maybe get up and close to the players in a way that on a day where they're playing a big game, they might not have the chances. We see the runner make his way to second base there, as you said. They sort of let it happen.
Probably a smart move. But, yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to have all sorts of cameras for you. Cole Dupuy's been planning this for months now. And Chris McLeod's going to be out there on the field. Peter Cobb, Mike Renier, Ed Myers, myself's going to be hanging around. So we got the whole team, the whole Chatham-Kent Barnstormers team going to be out there just bringing you the best broadcast. But, of course, we want you at the field, too.
Yep. Baseball fan or not, that'll be an event that if you're from Chatham-Kent or even anywhere near, you're going to want to be at.
So Dakota looks like he's trying to nibble that outside. He just can't. He's not getting the bite on that off-speed pitch. So you see him. It's a hot day. I think it was 35 humidex last I looked over in Welland today, the Niagara region. So he's probably going to 2-1. He's probably going to almost go a fastball here. Not a power hitting player. Something off speed there as well. Looked like he turned it over. So 3-1. Because now we got Weisner on deck and Robbie Mullen in the hole. So you want to try and get Abe, who's, like I said, just a lighter hitting. He's just going to look to volley one, probably to left field for a 2 RBIs. There's a line shot to the shortstop. Oh, it got through. It ate up Morrison.
Short. That'll cash a pair. Luther and Yupe score. And a 2 RBI base hit for Daike Abe.
Announcer says base hit. I know he hit it hard, but we'll have to keep an eye on it.
Couldn't tell if it was a short hop or what he kind of ended up with there, but tough one.
So we got the ball in play we needed to get the out. It just, as you can't tell, and we've seen over at, I call it Fergie Field, but Ed will always call it, depends how long you've lived in Chatham-Kent. Is it Rotary Park or is it Fergie Jenkins Field?
For myself, it's going to be Fergie Jenkins.
Okay.
I actually went to school with Fergie Jenkins' daughter in Blenheim.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
But I always hear Ed talking that he calls it the Rotary Hop. that we get on some of those bounces in the infield. And I mean, these fields are nice fields, but with the amount of play that gets played just over the wall here to our left, it's tough to keep these fields up for, especially with the crazy weather we've been having too. So 4-0, Abe steals. That's a strike. Nice throw down the second. Did he get him? No, he got in there. That was a really nice throw from Ansari. I liked him coming out, popping out there. So they did give him a 2 RBI single. So 4-0, Jackfish lead. Man on second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Our guest here today, Joel Desjardins. You can see the standings they put up earlier. Barnstormers had about 3 games where we've really kind of let it slip, and you change this, so I can't see it now, to 10 and 12. We're right in the mix.
Absolutely. We can put the runs up, and then all of a sudden, whatever happens in the 7th and 8th, 9th inning there, we're just kind of dropping the ball. And hopefully we can go the stretch these next few games, especially let's get through the All-Star series, and maybe we can switch things around.
Yep. Sounds like they said we have the new player, Van Inkevort. Apologize if I'm mispronouncing it, but I think that's the pronunciation we got. Harry kind of mentioned that there might be some other wheels in motion to get some more bodies in town, because I know we have been having a few guys banged up. As Abe's really dancing off the bag. Ground ball, tough play right side. Good
Nice
job by
job
Monks, but
stopping.
they're not going to. Oh, and he throws the ball away. And that run's going to score as a result of that. So that's going to be a single from Weisner. Shouldn't be an RBI. It should be a E4 letting the run score. And that's 3 across now for the Welland Jackfish here in the second inning.
Nice
They now lead 5.
job stopping it, but just couldn't make that final play to get the out. Maybe rushed it a little.
Rushing it, maybe didn't have a handle on the ball too when
Throwing
you're.
it from his knees.
And then, we don't have the courtesy of replay here from the Welland broadcast. So that brings up Ethan Mann. Because, I thought it was Mullen, but I couldn't read my own writing. Mullen batting all the way down the 7 hole. Ethan Mann batting in the 3, and they're running again. Eventually.
Contact there.
And there's into the crowd. Let's see if we can see some Barnstormer fans over there. I know the Parkers, I think, are there. I know Braden Tirado and Jade Parker were there. I would imagine Mike and Dana made the trip as well. I know they follow the team. They're some of the super fans of the Barnstormers.
That's a long trip. That's a long trip for sure. I was thinking about doing the London game yesterday, but looking at the weather, it wasn't looking too promising.
Yeah, no, there is some damage in the area. So, but
they did get the whole game in.
And the Parkers are another as the runner goes again. Can't see on the angle, but another stolen base.
In there. So now we see why they are the top stolen base team in the league so far.
4 this inning by my count, Eric. That's crazy. So, but the Parkers are another one with handlebars, another great sponsor with the Barnstormers as well.
Yeah,
so
Mike's a great guy, nice to talk to, big time supporter of the Barnstormers.
And that's the thing with guys like Mike and Cam. Some of these guys weren't even huge baseball fans before the Barnstormers. They just wanted to be involved with the community. And they have local small businesses that they need. They just want to get their name out there, get the word out. And like I said, having that community aspect, the word spreads for businesses like yours. And, of course, Enyo. If it wasn't for Enyo, we wouldn't be able to be here. And that looks like that's the new Aiden warming up in the pen. But just having that community aspect just spreads your name throughout the town.
We love giving back to the community, myself and my business partner, which is my daughter there, Maddie. We love just giving back. Just recently, we helped out with Operation Backpack. So it's so nice to be able to give back to the kids that are going to school in this coming September.
That's ball 3. Is there just 1 out, or should be 2 outs? That score bug is incorrect. So barring a strike 3 here, start with Operation Backpack and tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so free help CK help free help CK has started their program with Operation Backpack just recently, and we were able to participate in that program, and it's just to supply backpacks.
Gets out of the inning. So hold that thought. We're going to step away, quick break, but we're going to talk about that and some more stuff with the Barnstormers. But you're watching the Enyo Barncast from Fergie Jenkins Field. We're sitting in the field house. We'll be back after this.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Welcome back, everybody. The fourth edition of the 2026 Enyo Barncast is here at Fergie Jenkins Field. Barnstormers trail the Jackfish 5-0. Jackfish are running wild right now, Eric, on the stolen bases.
Yep, like we said at the start of today's broadcast, they are a running team. Lots of left-handers in the lineup, but they are running. They've got the most stolen bases in the league. They've got, I think we counted 6 so far here today already, and that's proven costly so far.
That's crazy. 6 stolen bases in just the 2 innings. So, and we've gone up, 6 down. So hopefully the bottom 3 can get things going. Monk's having a great season. You can see it right there, 341 out of your 7 hitter. Not a ton of production so far this year. Mainly a singles type hitter, but that's what we need right now. We need somebody on base. We got Spencer Marin who can drop a bunt or move the ball around to get him over. And then the new hot hitting catcher, Ayad and Sari, the 3 due up here for the Barnstormers. So as we watch this at bat here, Joel, we were talking about the Operation Backpack.
Yeah. So Free Help CK has got this program where they get backpacks back to the students of Chatham-Kent. So businesses and obviously other people can partake in that. And we were lucky enough to be able to donate some backpacks and hopefully get every student out there a backpack for them.
And we see that with the other businesses. Cam talks about that. There's a chopper in front of the mound. That's going to be a tough play.
A pitcher and a catcher.
That better be an infield single, Cole, or I'm going to have to make some phone calls. So he's getting on the books there. So, I would be quite disappointed if they rule that an error. Single? Okay, so I'm getting the nod from Cole. It was a single. Enyo has a $1,000. Last year they did $1,000 for the Special Olympics. With every strikeout, he donated money.
Yeah, and this year it's for a college student, is it?
That's another. He's still doing the strikeouts, which last year it was less than $1,000, but he was nice enough to round it up for a nice round number. And then he also has the continuing education grant, which I believe is also $1,000. Cole, yep, $5 per strikeout this year. And now we play 24 home games. So and then I don't know if he's doing All-Star, but we're not worried about Cam helping us out. He'll definitely be involved with that with a nice check at the end of the year for the Chatham Special Olympics. So
that's awesome.
So we have 176 strikeouts. So that's already 200 would be $1,000 right there, and we're just at the halfway point. So top of the third inning, we got a runner on. Let's take a quick listen to Welland here. That looked like a line shot towards the.
Heard look out in the crowd.
No, that was into the berm right where it meets the box seats.
So some of the fans, the kids on the hill over there, might not be paying the most attention, and that ball just comes screaming into there.
We do? Oh, the L screen.
There's Spencer Marin, a St. Clair College graduate, Eric.
Yep, St. Clair College alumni, a multi-sport intramural athlete as well.
Spencer, yeah.
Big athlete. Baseball players are always known to be some of the more athletic,
versatile,
people in sports, being able to play a bunch of different things, and Spencer showed us that.
Played for the St. Clair College men's team that at one point had 5 championships in a row, I think it was. 4? Okay, they just lost the 5th to Harry Muir and the Fanshawe Falcons. I was fortunate enough to call that one this past fall over at Lacoste Park.
One thing I'm noticing from Ortega here is getting ahead of the count. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I've seen first pitch strikes a lot there on Welland's side, something that CK would be good to match.
And the old adage is the best pitch in baseball. It's not fastball. It's not a curveball. It's strike one. You don't care how you get it, but get strike one. And you see the numbers of I guess he's not the newcomer anymore. He's hitting .529, Ansari. And he just has nice, easy power. This one's hopefully dropping in. Drop. That's a tough play. Did he come with it? Outstanding play from Wisner. And he tagged up. Looks like he made it in there.
Second base.
So at least Monks gets in the scoring position on the P4.
Yeah, good base running.
Yeah, it's dangerous, but yeah, Monks read that ball well, and then with Monks just diving away from the play. And sorry, we didn't get to talk about him, but played for Pakistan back in 2022 as an 18-year-old in the World Baseball Classic qualifiers. Pakistan hasn't made the World Baseball Classic yet, but any tournament that was the year Otani struck out Trout to end it back in 2023. But
looks like there was actually just an appeal over at first, but it was called safe still.
Checking to see if Monks left a little bit early there.
They did throw it over. The umpires still called safe.
We had an appeal play up on the home run in Toronto the other day. We thought the base runner was running and might have missed first base. We kind of mishandled the appeal at first base. Oh, they're officially doing it here.
Now they're going for it again.
You can't do it twice.
They're going to check it first again.
I believe that was the second time.
So there's a rule in baseball, and hopefully Dom knows this in the gang. If you try an appeal attempt and you do it incorrectly, however you do it incorrect, if the ball is dead and you throw it over there and the umpire just ignores you, not only can they not rule on the safer route on the appeal, you can't try it again. There's a line shot, just
Looks
foul.
like it hooked foul. And the interesting thing there is the umpire noticed the first time. Like we were
He
talking,
allowed the
but
second.
I looked, and for no apparent reason, I saw the umpire do this, which made me say, oh, okay, there must be appealing.
Yeah.
So he not only acknowledged them both times, but called them safe both times.
And I'd be curious to talk to one of the umpires because, like I said, I don't have the book memorized, but to my knowledge, once you do that, you can't go to the well twice for appeals.
27 pitches, 5 balls.
Jeez, 22 strikes, 5 balls for Teo Ortega.
Once again, a first pitch strike, even if it was in the foul ball variation.
And he looks like he's got some velo today, Eric. He's just pumped that one right past Kusera. And Kusera had trouble back in his first at-bat.
Yep. If it works once, he's got again. Lee's gonna have to adjust here.
Maybe shorten up a little bit and try and just poke one in the right field. Got under that one.
Looks like it'll get out of
onto the hill. You
play.
can see the kids screaming towards that ball. But that's the thing with all the velo. You just have to shorten up a little bit, and then, like I said, all it takes is a single here. Monks is he's got a few steals. I think it said 3 stolen bases on the year. So so 3 we're getting from Cole. So a single should be able to score him.
Anything in that outfield grass.
Yeah, Donnie's pretty
to get
aggressive
on
at
the
third.
board.
Yeah, Donnie's pretty aggressive over there. And the Barnstormers need a run, especially after the 10-0 shutout in London yesterday. So just a momentum builder for the team. Kind of break that ice. Here comes the 0-2 from Ortega. Fastball up and away, blows that one right by him. So we're going to step away again quickly, and then we're going to talk about some of the sales that you do for the club. But you're watching the Enyo Barncast here from the field house at Fergie Jenkins Field.
Give it to me.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
This summer.
And we're back, everybody. So it sounds like we have a new pitcher on the hill for the Barnstormers, as we see some of the crowd there on Oompa Loompa. Princess crowning is one of their characters they do at Welland. 2 innings for Dakota Parsons. He struggled a little bit, gave up 6 runs. Should have been six runs or 5 runs?
It was 5 runs.
5 runs. 2 of them should have been unearned, but it sounds like they made an error on their scorekeeping. So we'll have to wait till the end of that. But the new pitcher is Aiden Van Inkevoort. He's from Michigan. I forget which town. I wrote Charlotte, Michigan. That's not what I wrote on the press release, but I read another one on that when I Googled him. But he played at Grand Valley State with Evan Morrison, one of the top D2 teams in the country. They were ranked top 10 in the country this year. Kind of got upset in, was it regionals or super? It was super regionals. They got upset in 2-0. So we'll see how he didn't pitch a lot. Only about 3 games in 2026 for Grand Valley State, but we'll see what he can do here.
I'm getting our first look at him. It's a quick, almost a violent release off the mound there.
Very quick, very quick.
Take a look at him here. A little bit of velo, just missing his first 2. I'm going to peek into the Welland broadcast and hear what they're saying about the new Barnstormer pitcher.
Van Inkevoort's offering.
You hear the pop on that glove right there?
Yep.
Oh, the L88, they got the speed going there. So, yeah,
Got some velo.
We could hear the pop of the glove from here, and so that's
middle of the Jackfish order. Smybert, Gideon, Luther.
That's a good sign. Good location. Oh, the umpire turned for the strike and changed his mind mid. Yep, that was tough.
6'2", 190.
So Charlotte, Michigan, according to the
yeah,
broadcast
6'2", 190.
A 3-1 on the way. Smybert fouls it off at 89.
And this is a good player here for the Jackfish. I know he's up for the South All-Stars, but we want Thomas Green out there. Last chance vote. You have till midnight tomorrow night, Barnstormer fans. Get out there and vote for Thomas Green. Watch your IP address on your Wi-Fi. Make sure you maybe throw that data on and get those votes in for Thomas Green. That one's fouled back to the screen. So I think it's
91.
Is it full count, though? They got 2-1 on the bug.
It is a full count, yeah. As he touches 90 for his first time in a Barnstormers uniform.
He's pumping it. And he's been around the zone. That one pitch they called the ball could have went either way.
Got to get a couple pitches in there first.
There's a ground ball right side. Tough in between hop.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. And it looks like Owen looks like he's staring right into the, you can see the shadows. He's staring right into the sun at first base.
Yeah, but it's kind of that time, especially in the summer. It's about 7 o'clock now. They're certainly going to be starting to fight that as the game progresses.
So that's got to be tough for Constantino over that first. Constantino is the youngest South All-Star. There was one All-Star on the North team. The catcher, Cyprian, was a little bit younger than OC. Just misses up and away. So he walks his first batter in the CBL, but some good stuff there. He's facing Justin Gideon now. So with the Barnstormers, we talked about the business. We talked about the All-Star. You also do some sales. I know Mike Stahl is involved. So what's your involvement in the sales department for the Barnstormers?
So I'm a corporate sales rep for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. I just go seeking local businesses and area businesses, I should say, just to kind of help us build our team and keep us in the business, and getting their name out, getting our name out. Because a lot of people, even though we've been here for 3 years, still don't have a clue that we're a professional baseball team in Chatham.
Yeah, you get everyone knows the Maroons are around, but the Barnstars, the runners going again. Safe. That's stolen base number 7 now for Welland. It's weird. Chatham, we're actually from Leamington, Eric and I. And we've come to Chatham for baseball when we played tournaments when I was coaching and Eric was playing, but we didn't come to Chatham too often. And Chatham with the Thames there feels like it's almost two towns. It's that it almost splits the two sides. It feels like sometimes. Oh, it looks like a balk now.
Like he dropped the ball.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So yeah, if he drops the ball while he's engaged on the mound, that's a balk. So the runner moves to third. So it's kind of the setup of the town is kind of odd at times.
Yeah, it splits the Thames River, definitely splits us right in half. You've got your north side and south side, just like the All-Star game coming.
So I imagine the infield's coming in now because we can't afford to give up any more runs. I don't know if we can tell there. Oh, as the lights go off here in the field house, Cole stopped doing jumping jacks there for a minute. So
yeah, hamster got off the wheel for a moment there.
So yeah, down 5-0, Eric. I think we'd have to come in now to can't go down any further.
Yep, you gotta stop the bleeding at some point here.
Even with the tough hitting left-hander in Gideon. So, but yeah, you're all over Chatham-Kent. Like, how far do you stretch? I'm sure at the Blenheim. How about Dresden? Like all neighboring areas.
I myself, I've got supporters from Blenheim that we brought in with Wayne's Pizza. We've got Advanced Basement Solutions. Blair's Boot Camp, who's sponsoring the fireworks for the All-Star game.
That's going to be a blast. That's on the Saturday night after the Derby.
That was a big one for us.
I got to throw it down. I got a St. Clair College last week. So we got a St. Clair College as a new sponsor. So thanks to St. Clair College for joining the team.
It's always nice just to hear your name, even on the YouTube channel. It's great to have. It just hearing your business name out there, it really, really helps. Short story since they're talking here. Last year when we had our shortstop, Sadler Goodwin, Dad was in the crowd, came up from the States there.
Tennessee, yep.
Yeah, came over, he saw that I was wearing my good old Great Lakes stuff and said, "Hey, I got to talk to you." Didn't know who the man was. He goes, "I just want to thank you for putting your sponsorship in to get this YouTube channel going. I'd never be able to see my son play." So it's pretty good. Good feelings.
I think it was Cordova, Tennessee, I believe was their home. But yeah, no, the good ones, Lisa, I can't remember his name, but a great family there from Tennessee. But yeah, St. Clair College, I'm going to give Eric the assist on that one with some of the contacts that he has over at St. Clair. He gave me the right phone numbers and the right name. So why are Leamington guys on the Barncast? Because I work for the Barnstormers and I love baseball. So we cheer for the Barnstormers. I've been working for them since day one. And we want to bring you Barnstormer baseball. So that's why we're here, as there's another stolen base.
And it's nice to see, as you were saying, I watch a lot of the games on YouTube, and I've seen in the chat a lot of time there's people from all over kind of watching. It's good to, obviously Chatham-Kent and that community is important, but having the support from other places is always great too.
Oh, yeah, you see everybody from as far as Windsor, Windsor, Tilbury.
Coming to
Sarnia.
the park, yep.
Obviously, you got players that are or fans in the London area are cheering on the London majors, but we're right here, taking that little tip of southwestern Ontario. We can expand a little bit further.
And then, if it wasn't for all the sponsors like your company, and then there's Kent and Essex Mutual Insurance. Is that right, Cole? That I said I know they're always they're a big sponsor of the broadcast as well. And then with the Enyo here as well, they're huge supporters. So to help bring us this.
There's a shot to second base that he bobbles a little bit, but stays with it enough to make the play and only allow one run in.
So the infield was back there, and it lolooked like that might have helped Eric. If that infield's in, he might have had a trouble.
Yep. It was a hot shot right at the second baseman. Made a nice play. Hard right at him, but stuck with it. Got the out. Got to get at least one out first.
Yeah, one out, one on, and I assume that runner moved over to third. He did. We had another guest coming on today, but unfortunately can't make it. Emil Verkuterin. He's the face you see when you enter the park, the head of the volunteers out in the red shirt. So he's going to be missed today. I know he was going to be working the tournament over here at Fergie Jenkins Field, but it sounds like some of that's been canceled. There's a fly ball to right. He's going to have to catch it.
Right.
And that's going to be another sacrifice fly as the right fielder tries to gun one home. Spencer Marin with a nice arm. But
similar to the previous inning where you get that second out, the bases are now clear, so hopefully they can, with a little less pressure right now, just get that third out, and still got a lot of baseball left.
And how important is it, Eric, when you get that all 3 innings, the leadoff hitter gets on base, all 3 innings that leadoff hitter is scored. It just puts pressure on the pitcher.
You saw at the start of the game, we mentioned how many RBIs their 2 hitter had. That's because the one hitter, Abe, he's on base a lot more often.
And then he steals second. He steals second with, what does he have, 20-something stolen bases before today?
He stole third as well.
Yeah, so it's just they're just running wild on it. So it's something in the future that both our pitchers are going to have to do a little better job of holding the runners, and the catchers are going to have to find a way to gun guys. Because what's our stolen base total for base run? I think we're middle of the pack this year, Eric. Eric's going to check the numbers after with this at bat. 2 outs now, 2 in.
30 stolen bases for Chatham this year, so it's 29 on the official site here.
And is that middle of the road kind of for the league?
6th rank.
And to be honest, I'd have to go back and look at my numbers, but I think that's already more than we had all of last season, and we're only halfway through. So with guys like Evan Morrison, Monks, Spencer Marin, I'm sure I'm missing a couple. Even Barrett's got a couple. He's a big fellow, but he's got some wheels and just a smart runner. He had a stolen base up in Toronto where the pitcher had the ball and he'd pretty much already taken second base. So that's it's hit hard to right field.
The deepest part of the park, so.
There it is. Grant's on his way into second with a double.
That's the DH 8 hitter. So they're a good team, even though in the standings they're sitting with 3rd or 4th place, I think. They've won 2 of the last 3 championships, so they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. The fact that they couldn't hang on to guys like Thomas Greed and Grayson Barrett and even Jake Sanford, who was injured with Guelph. Those are 3 guys that in the new CBL with a salary cap, you can only stretch the funds so far to get all these names in town. So Chatham-Kent was lucky enough to get Green and Barrett off of them for this season. So it's a big situation now. Hopefully a little bit of confidence he can get out of this jam here, Van Inkevoort, in his debut in the CBL. Nice to see him if he can get his first strikeout here in the league. Plus, you got the 9 hitter up to bat. You don't want that top of the order coming up here again in the 3rd. That's a nice pitch on the outer half.
Right where the catcher was lined up.
The Barnstormers are off tomorrow, Sunday, and then we're back here at Fergie Jenkins Field Tuesday night. Those rivals, the London Majors, are in town, and what a game that was. Were you at that one, the walk-off Grand Slam?
I was.
And did you have a good view of that one?
I did. Seeing Austin Gurney just take that one over right field was just amazing.
The team ripping his jersey off as he crossed home plate and dumping the Gatorade all over him. So that was an amazing. Peter Cobb and I were texting throughout the whole broadcast because we're trying to figure out who a player of the game is going to be for the post-game interview. And I think is it your first pitch? The last pitch is one of yours as well?
No.
Oh, okay. But they do the last pitch sponsored, and we're going back and forth. And as soon as the home run,
I think you made your job pretty easy.
The player of the game chose itself when he hits a missile to right field that still hasn't landed, and hits a walk-off grand slam off one of the best closers in the CBL, Skylar Janice. And having the experience with Zach Laird, that was pretty interesting with the player that got ejected.
I would love to feel that excitement again on Tuesday. That'll be so amazing. Chatham-Kent, come on out. Make sure we're filling these seats.
Yeah, especially with London. You're going to see some London fans, and that's fine. We welcome them to the park.
Absolutely. It's just down the road.
Yeah, and it's a rivalry. Roop might not want to believe it, but it's a rivalry. He still thinks of us as the little brother, maybe in year 1 when they beat us 6 straight games. But last year we tied the season series 3-3. I think this year they're ahead of us 2-1 in the season series. But our guys get up for them and play them tough. And like I said, you start to get that chippiness between London and Chatham-Kent.
Off the wall.
That's going to score a run. Oh, let's mute that for Cole. As they're a 3-bagger coming. We don't need to hear that. So that's the 8-9 hitter hitting a double and a triple.
They're like a right-handed hitter. They're doing a good job, like with the velocity that's being thrown in by Van Inkevoort. Still getting up to the opposite field. I think they've had a couple like that now already this inning.
And that's so important on those outer halves. There's no point of trying to pull that pitch. Just take what you're giving. What'd they say, 91 miles an hour he's throwing?
Yeah.
You just throw the bat on the ball, and sometimes that's just all you have to do. I guess easier said than done, but Welland doing a good job for it so far, as it's now 8-0 for the Fish.
Is the top of the lineup again?
It is Daike Abe, South All-Star for Welland. I don't have their entire list, but I'm pretty sure I know he's on it. In there for strike one. Sorry? Abram, yeah, he's the starting pitcher. Pretty good mix of All-Stars. So far, there's 52 All-Stars as they do push-ups to Oompa Loompas for every run scored.
That's a sentence that's never been said before.
What, Oompa Loompas doing push-ups, or just there's a little flare to left field?
Oh, we got
like
head of the count now. Head of the count now.
Yeah, so let's see if he can blow him by. We'll get to the All-Stars in the next half inning, the breakdown. So hopefully Van Inkevoort can get that first strikeout of his CBL career. I saw the Jackfish in the background. I'm sure we'll have quite a few mascots here for the All-Star weekend too. The 0-2. Oh, off the pitcher. Jeez, hit him. Looks like it got one of his arms. I can't see where. Not the welcome you want to the CBL.
Like an off-speed pitch that Abe really sat on, put it right up the middle.
And he's just a good hitter. He just finds a way to make contact.
Yep, not looking to hit it out of the park. He knows he's obviously not the biggest guy, so he really sat on that off-speed pitch, especially coming from a velocity pitcher, and put it right back at him.
Yeah, it looks like Dr. Tim Sanford out there. Is that?
It is Dr. Tim.
Dr. Tim does a good job keeping these guys kind of put together. So a single off of it. But the good thing, if you can call it a good thing, it looks like it got his left arm. Yeah. So it didn't get the pitching arm. It's not. You don't want him to get lined, but at least it's not the pitching arm. As the Oompa Loompas are putting in some work here, unfortunately, today against our Barnstormers. So
looks like he's going to stay in the game, which is good to see.
He's battling. So that should bring up Weisner now with a runner who is just on first base. So I'd be curious to see the stolen bases here, Eric. 9-0. You're kind of having your way with the Barnstormers. Do they keep their foot on the pedal, or do they?
Yeah, they haven't slowed down yet. Sometimes you'd think they'd kind of make that decision in between innings, but I guess we'll see. I don't know if they're looking for records.
Yeah, again, with their guy that is at the top of the leaders in stolen base. If not one, he's right there.
Still obviously worried about it.
I know there was a situation in Toronto yesterday in a 12-0 game where Francisco Hernandez got hit in the back in a 12-0 game and wasn't too happy. As we watched looks like he was going. Oh, it gets through OC. And that's going to be, he might be able to score here. And he finally puts the brakes on.
Nice play out in right field, getting that ball in quick. They hit it right where the first baseman was. It's a tough play right there, getting off of first base.
And it comes right back at you in a hurry.
Right back where you were standing.
Yeah, that's a tough play.
It's another good piece of hitting.
So let's see if they give Van Inkevoort one more batter here with Ethan Mann coming up. But Hernandez got hit. Let's see if Riggs. It's just a team effort. We know these guys can play ball. It's just it's not clicking so far for the Barnstormers right now. So they have talent. We know that. We've seen these offense, and we've lost some close games. That's been it's a young team. So sometimes these young teams, Riggs, just have to learn how to win together. Yeah, a little off speed there, Eric.
Don't think he was expecting that with the amount of fastballs he's been throwing.
And then when you have that 90 in your back pocket, you gotta, sometimes that breaking ball buckles you. There's another breaking ball popped up to the right side. Let's see if we can get to this one. OC's over. That's a tough play, though.
In the sun, most likely, and he makes the basket catch to end the inning.
All right, so the damage is over now, so we'll get back talking about some of the guys from the game yesterday. So we're going to step away. Barnstormers trail 9-0. You're watching the Enyo Barncast here from the Fieldhouse at Fergie Jenkins Field.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers Summer Camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers Summer Camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington, and back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Welcome back. We're top of the fourth inning. Barnstormers have some work cut out for them here. Still got a lot of outs to go. Teo Ortega's sitting in the dugout for a long time. Maybe we can get to him while he's maybe cooled off a little.
Hopefully. He's been throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. We'll see how quickly he's back in it or not.
So he misses up and away.
A miss.
And you were talking about that off the air, Eric. That first pitch strike, Parsons didn't really have it. Van Inkevoort was hit and miss with that first pitch, but Ortega's pitch count's ridiculously low right now as Cole reaches for the computer. So Toronto and Guelph getting underway. We were talking about Toronto a little bit. They had a 12-0 game, and Hernandez wasn't happy about getting hit by a pitch in the middle of the back. This one gets slapped foul. So they're up 12-0, steals second base. Kind of the old unwritten rule. You don't kind of run up the score. And 34 pitches. And then the next pitch, he tries to steal third, but the pitcher picks him off. He barrels into the third baseman, trying to take out the third baseman's knees. Bench clearing. No real punches thrown. This is going to be a tough play.
Tough one, but that
Who's
is
running?
The
Morrison's going to beat that out.
He's good.
He's
first
safe at
base coach
first.
is happy.
Pulled him off.
Thibault.
First baseman made an okay play, making sure he got that ball. Didn't let it get to the fencing area, but good speed and got the leadoff man on base. It's a good start.
I'm ruling that a single all day, Cole. Cole's looking. They're gonna because that's a tough play from the shortstop. Was it the shortstop?
It was
or
the third baseman.
That's
the third baseman's ball cutting in from the shortstop. There, he had the
still a tough
momentum
play
going towards first. But yeah, with a runner like that, a chopper, it's going to be tough to make the out.
Even if it's online,
Grayson
it's
Barrett
hit
up
and
to
miss.
bat now.
See if Ortega's the same out of the stretch.
League leader in RBIs up the bat.
Off the glove of the
That's
pitcher.
going to be trouble. They're still going to be able to get him at first. No, he beat that. Oh, he got him.
Oh, no.
They're making contact, but right at the pitcher there. Nice play, keeping his eyes on it.
And Yoshinoda, I'm going to listen to the broadcast on that because they usually mention it once a game. Maybe they haven't in Welland. Yoshinoda hit one of the furthest home runs you'll ever see. And they said by far the furthest home run at Jackfish Stadium. Is that what they call it? Welland Stadium? He just crushed one last season in Welland.
He was looking for it there.
That head might have been peeking over the right field wall there a little bit. Oda is tied for the league lead in home runs with 8 with Kinesijo, I believe. Morrison dances off second a little bit. Oh!
That's a good crack.
To right field.
And there is your new hit. Oh, I thought it was out.
Gonna come in to score.
Get there.
Is second with a slide.
RBI double for Yushin Oda, all-star catcher / third baseman. Yushin Oda gets the Barnstormers on the board. Hey, you can't get 9 without getting 1, so hit the green. Does he win like some can of corn or something if you hit the Green Giant? Like in Bull Durham, you hit the bull, you win a free steak. So I think he deserves a can of corn there.
Big smiles on Ota there.
Yeah, he's just a great guy, Yush. And then, we haven't got to the Scott Curry TD Wealth trivia question. So name the 5 Barnstormers, a little bit tougher one out there, that have recorded both a win and a save in their Barnstormers career. And there's a hard grounder to second base on his backhand. Throws out Gurney. The runner will advance, but now there's 2 away. So a win and a save. You can start naming some names because there's 5 of them. Can you think of 1 or 2, Joel, that you've...
Didn't Bo Buckley just do that last week? Was not he...
So
Did they give that
you're
to
bringing
Gary?
up bad memories. We lost that Canada Day to Brantford. He was in line for the win on that one, or the save. He was in line for the save on that one, and then things fell apart on Canada Day. So he would have made that list.
No, I was talking about the one where we were here at home. Garrett Day came in, pitched 3 innings.
Okay, but yeah, he might have got a win on that one, but he doesn't have both yet. So he's not on the list. So that's going to end the inning. So while you think about that, let's see some of your answers on the chat, hopefully. Again, tell us where you're watching. We're going to step away, heading to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching the Enyo Barncast here from the Fieldhouse.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Give it to me.
Welcome back. New Barnstormer pitcher taking the hill. Dylan Kintz has a victory back. I don't remember which game it was, but he came in relief. It was against Hamilton in that 7-6 win a little while back. 3 innings of relief. Just had an unbelievable game. Lots of spin on his ball.
Yeah, he's pitching a gem for sure.
He's not an overpowering pitcher, but a lot of the Latin players that are on Hamilton are just trying to tee off on fastballs. And the term I use, he was Bugs Bunnying him with those spin where they're just spinning around. You know, he just pulls the string on them. So hopefully we can see them try and keep us in the game, try and get the offense back out there. But a little bit of breaking news here in the CBL. Francisco Hernandez, we talked about the bench clearing event the other day where Hernandez kind of tried to take out the third baseman Spencer Ross's legs, a dangerous play in my opinion. He got a 3-game suspension, and the pitcher, Kyle Popes, for hitting Francisco earlier in that got a 1 game, so nothing really severe against this one's popped up to Ansari, and Ansari does a good job putting that away.
Good job getting the first out, like we keep saying. First pitch strike made him start protecting a little more. Maybe swung at one he didn't want to.
So that's the first time we've gotten the leadoff batter out, so hopefully this will be the first time we get a shutout inning too, Eric, so that'd be really nice.
See some in the chat there, some potential
Aiden
answers.
Ryan, Kat Moran, Yuri Yokoyama.
There's some of the guys we've had that, Kat, again, we talked about at the top of the broadcast. Kat was released from the Barnstormers, so Kat's just a great guy. I don't know if you've ever had a chance to talk to him much, but just had his struggles here in Chatham. Wish him nothing but the best. I know he's looking to try and catch on somewhere in the league, but with his brother Spencer being here as well, I'm sure it's tough to have those two separated now, but he's a great guy.
Great personality inside the dugout for sure.
And just a competitor. He just wanted it as much, if not more, than anyone else out there. And I'm sure just as frustrated as more than anyone that at times he had some struggles. So hopefully if he can catch on, and still young. I think he's only 25 years old. This ball's hit hard, and he's watching it. And that's a home run for Dylan Kintz, and we talked about, again, not the overpowering stuff, and a hitter like Justin Gideon gets a hold of one. He sent that one flying, so that makes it 10-1 now for the Jackfish. So we got the leadoff batter out, but unfortunately a home run after that. So hopefully he can regroup here. And it's got to be tough, Eric. Just 10-0 yesterday, and then now down 10-1. These guys they're young, so you got to be resilient, I guess.
And it's got to be strenuous on the pitching staff, the bullpen. They're definitely having to throw a lot of pitches, face a lot of batters right now. So he's going to need a couple of them to probably take a bit more of a heavy workload than they might want to.
So, yeah, definitely. We've definitely been working that pen. Hopefully, Aiden Van Inkevort, we have 2 Aidens out in the pen now with Aiden Ryan as well. Hopefully, we can get the new blood in here, as Harry talked about earlier on. And then we're going to talk about this one more time. Thomas Green, not in the lineup today for the Barnstormers. He was dealing with a little something that he's working through. So, but he is up for the last man in. He's great stats. I don't know if you can bring those up, and I'll give you a minute there, Eric, to find Thomas Green on the Barnstormers stats. But playing second base, shortstop, third base for the Barnstormers this year. Great guy. Won a championship last year with the Welland Jackfish. And again, even though this is a young team, it feels like he's one of the leaders out there. So he wants to be out there as well. I talked to him when I took the trip to Toronto last week, and his parents were in town from BC, and they came to Chatham. He was here during the walk-off, and then went to Brantford on Canada Day, and then Toronto, and he's just kind of sick to his stomach that he couldn't play. But how are his numbers?
Yeah, a player that can do a little bit of it all. As we
this one might be another one.
See a fly ball.
Ball is back. It's carrying.
It's
Off
not
the
out.
wall.
Off the top of the wall.
Sorry, Eric. What were his
For
numbers?
Thomas Green, a guy can do a little bit of everything. Bats .333 so far this year with a .376 on base, so definitely getting on base. Can hit for power with 3 home runs, but also has some steals in there, 6 steals, 6 walks, OPS of .889.
Which is
so
tremendous, yeah.
very strong there. Most likely one of the higher ones on the Barnstormers team so far this year. Certainly deserving of those all-star honors.
Without a doubt. I was going to just stress that as well. Definitely worthy. He even talked about his early struggles. Ed Myers likes to tell the story of during an exhibition game here, he made a few errors in the exhibition season. And Ed told him, well, sometimes it's difficult over at Fergie Jenkins Field, getting used to that infield. The grass is kind of really weird early on in May. And he came in 3 straight days, took 200 ground balls each day, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And you've seen his glove get exceptionally better throughout the season for the Barnstormers. And again, we talked with Eric about bouncing from short to third to second. They're totally different positions.
That's why there's a gold glove for it in the MLB, a utility man. They just added that in the last few years. It's definitely a thing that many teams want to see at the pro level now, a guy that can fill all those roles. It's not something that just anyone can do.
Because you only have 4 position players in the MLB on the bench, and pretty much we have that same number as well. So you need that versatility. And then didn't Ernie Clement get hosed last year? He didn't win it.
Probably, yeah. Now he's more of a second base only.
So 1 out, 1-2. Inside corner, you can see that little change-up action there from I don't know if it's a changeup or a little bit of a screwball action, kind of diving in on the hands of the batter.
Definitely all around the zone. The defense will have to be on their toes as get ready to make a nice play.
Tries to pump a fastball past them. So sometimes when everyone's sitting soft, that fastball looks like it's going 95, even if it's only going low 80s. So hopefully Dylan can get something going. And Dylan Kinn's heading to law school next year at Western.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, big things in the future for Dylan. That one just slipped out of his hand on the breaking ball. So a walk for the catcher, Robbie Mullen. I assume Robbie made the all-star team. He's usually pretty much Cole's going to take a quick look for us here today. But he's usually a regular. He used to play for he won some championships for London before he went to Welland. So he's only been in the league a handful of years and already has multiple rings for the Dominico Cup in this league. He's been kind of the anchor for that Welland team with that pitching staff. A lot of the Dominican, Latin pitchers, and you have that Robbie Mullen kind of catching, just to be able to handle that pitching staff. He does a great job. Check swing. He might have went on that one. Let's see. We can't see. Yeah, so he did go around. So
seemed like it.
Just 1 out, I believe. Yeah, we need that ground ball here.
Sun certainly looked to be setting.
Yeah. Those new LED lights at Welland Stadium. So actually, Robbie Mullen didn't make the the All-Star game this year. So I don't think he was a member. No, Smybert is their last chance vote. So, but we don't want Smybert. We want Thomas Green. We'll listen in to the gang here in Welland. Fly ball left center. Everyone should hang on here. Danced off a
Tested him
second.
just in case. As you see a lot in the majors these days, they'll force that throw just to see what'll happen.
Just in case he airmails one or misses the cutoff man. So, so with the All-Star game next week, Joel, what's like you talked about the Saturday event? Have you been to an All-Star game yet? Did you go?
This is going to be my first one. I'm going to be attending both days for sure. Give myself a little plug here if you don't mind.
Sure.
Saturday morning, early in the morning, Great Lakes Gymnastics is doing a fundraiser, barbecue, car wash, and bottle drive. So if you've got any empties or you want to have a hot dog before you head over to the street stuff on Tweedsmuir, come on over.
And go ahead, give a location and a phone number. I don't know if it was on, if you have that free ticket one up there, if it's on there, but go ahead, Joel.
So our location's at 20 Curry Street, right across from Campbell Toyota. I'm sure everybody knows where that's at. And our phone number, if you're interested in giving us a call, is 519-354-4542.
But head over to those socials, like and follow to those socials, and you have a chance to win those Barnstormer tickets. So we got a lot of season left to go. These guys they're going to try and turn it around in the second half. Last year, there were 2 separate 5-game winning streaks last year.
Yeah, absolutely. You're never done. You're never done. And we'll be doing those draws on Monday after the All-Star game for both those sets of tickets.
So at the end of the bat there as he gets into 1 strike away here.
Get out of it here. They got Monks leading off for the Barnstormers coming up in the top of the 5th. Is it 1-2 now, or was that the 1-1? So
should be 1 and 2. Yeah.
So just a little behind on the score bug in Welland now. So it's a big pitch to try and get out of there. Triple, I believe, Hoope had his last time up.
Infield could knock one down. They can go to any base.
Little flare. It's going to be another tough play for Owen Constantino.
Lots of those.
Watch
today.
the mound, though.
Got it.
He makes the catch. Owen Constantino. So I think I might have to split my defensive players of the game there with the game that OC's having as well as Grayson Barrett. So stick around for one more half.
Yeah, we can do that.
Do one more half, and we'll finish up with Joel. You're watching the Enyo Barncast here from the Fieldhouse.
Give it to me.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers Summer Camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers Summer Camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th.
All right, we're heading to the top of the 5th. Barnstormers trail this one 10-1 up in Welland. You're watching the 4th edition of the 2026 Barncast. I'm Dan Dominguez. Joined alongside my son today, Eric Dominguez, doing a great job co-hosting, and Joel Desjardins going to finish up last half inning here. Joel's been talking about the All-Star Game, Great Lakes Gymnastics, doing the sales for the Barnstormers, just doing a great job for the organization, and just you're with Dom Donnell. Dom Donnell is just a personality. I don't know what you could say about him, but like I said, when I first met him, he was just bouncing up and down off the wall. And just, what are your thoughts of Dom and the gang?
His energy is unbelievable. His energy is always up. He's always positive, and I can't, Dom as a person is just a great guy. I like dealing with him. I've never had any issues with Mr. Dom, so he's just a fun-loving guy and he just wants to have fun. And as you hear all the time, he wants to play ball. Yeah,
and I know, like I said, some of you think with Dom, this is killing him, the team not performing. You have to know Dom to know that this is killing him, that we're not winning. Dom has been in baseball his whole life. He's been with the Expos in their farm system as a scout with the Marlins. He's been, like I said, this is his life, and he wants to win more than all of us.
Absolutely. He definitely wears his emotions on his sleeve when we take that loss. So you can all see it. You really can.
So and then you have the rest of the gang, Harry Muir, GM, as well as the pitching coach and first base coach at times. We saw him chiming in earlier. Does a great job with all the hats he wears. Donnie Menard over on third base seems to know every baseball player in Ontario. When I talk to them, he's had some sort of connection with them. That one's in there for a strike.
Inside corner.
1-1. Steve Charles, been with the team limited this year, but I had a good chance to talk with Steve on the bus, and just a great guy, friends with Cito Gaston, and he's a great guy as well. So
I got to chat with Steve at the Christmas party there. He's definitely a fun guy to chat with.
Yeah. Played in the Blue Jays organization, as did Harry Muir.
Notice the center fielder still playing on the left field side of center field here, even with a left-handed hitter. And I see the scouting report was somewhat accurate, but he put it right in the gap.
But Spencer Marin's got some wheels there, so that should be a easy double. So that's good to see for Spence. Oh, so is that Monks or?
That's Spencer.
Okay, I got behind on my scorebook
there
here.
Was a quick out to start, but nice little double there from Spencer.
I miss Monks is out
now.
Yeah, and Sari's been great. Again, batting around 500. You watch him around the cage, he's just a strong kid. Easy power. Hit one to the wall yesterday at Labatt Field, and that's a big stadium in London. So it's good to see that with Mickey gone, we were able to replace him, and not just a backup to give Oda a break, a guy that's going to help score runs in this offense. 6 RBIs, I think, in limited play already this season.
That definitely doesn't hurt, even having him in the DH spot.
Yeah, it's tough having the catcher at the DH spot, because then if you get an injury, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
But with Oda's ability to play third base, you can keep both of them. And if something were to happen to Ansari, Oda can just slide behind the plate, and we can get a new third baseman out there. Groening can play some third.
He's been pretty good defensively on third. It's been pretty.
Yeah, Groening's played there growing up. He's so young still. Turns 20, I think, in a couple weeks. So that's just on the outer part.
He's our youngest player?
Yeah, he's still considered the youngest player in the CBL. Now he's a junior call-up, technically. For roster, we released him from his quote-unquote pro contract, and he's now a junior call-up, but he will be with the club, if not every game, most games. Just trying to find his groove. He came on just so hot last year. Player of the week in his first week in the league. There's a tough pitch that's in the dirt, so he's going to run it out to first base, but they're able to complete the strikeout on Ansari.
No movement ability for Spencer over at second, as they played that pretty well.
Yeah, down too many runs probably are to try and risk it, especially with the top of the order coming up with the local boy, Lee Kucera. Hopefully he can find he's 0 for 2 today. Hit one, ground out the first, and a strikeout in his first 2 times up. Again, speed on second base, so anything to the outfield should be able to score Spencer, as Teo Ortega is now in his 5th inning of work, and I think that pitch count's probably still pretty good. There's a chopper. That's going to be a tough play if it stays fair. Oh, it must have went off his foot or something off.
Yeah. He knew it, and I think that's how everyone else started to figure it out. He was the only one not moving.
53 pitches.
Wow.
And 10 balls.
That's impressive.
Wow.
Pretty much an 80% strike rate.
Using a lot of pitches. We've seen the fastball. We've seen that big, almost 12-6 curveball. A bit of Adam Wainwright in it. looks like a big, long, tall pitcher, and he's been pretty effective so far.
Yeah, he had a couple of tough starts early on, but with the summer coming on, the warmer weather, we had some cold weather early on, and we've seen this in the majors. That one blows past them. Some of those warm weather climate players struggle in that cold weather coming up, and now that we have all the heat that they want, these guys are loosening up, and saw Frank Garces go about 125 pitches the other day for Barrie, which is insane.
That was a long game.
So there's an 0-2 to Kucera. And that's just waves at a tough pitch for strike 3. So All-Star game next week. We're gonna look to see you next week for sure.
Absolutely, I'll be there for sure both days.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. It starts the schedule. You have that one more time up there, Cole. The schedule of events. 12 o'clock it opens over on Tweedsmuir. They're gonna close off parts of Tweedsmuir for the crowd, but get out there. There's gonna be food, celebrities, music. Joel will be out there. He'll do some flips.
Yeah.
You can do some flips for us?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
One. I do have some athletes coming in on the Friday before the All-Star game. We're going to be doing some
playing against Kitchener that day.
We'll be in the 4th and the 7th inning showing some display, just a quick minute here and there. But also make sure you come out to the All-Star fireworks. Blair's Boot Camp's going to be putting on an amazing show.
All right. Thanks for joining us here today, and hopefully we get a few runs here.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to take a step away. You're watching the Enyo Barncast here from the Fieldhouse.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers Summer Camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers Summer Camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington and back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Discover the ultimate.
We're back here for the bottom of the 5th inning. Thanks to Joel Desjardins and Great Lakes Gymnastics for coming in and joining us here. Again, we'll see him quite a bit All-Star Weekend, as well as every game we see Joel out there. He's a busy man working with his company, Great Lakes Gymnastic, also working with the Barnstormers and lots of things in the area.
Kent's in there for his second inning of work now, just the second Barnstormers pitcher today to get to that second inning. So hopefully he can be that workload that they're going to need to get through this middle portion of the game.
Yeah, we played in London yesterday. I wasn't available to see all of that one, so I didn't get all the pictures of who we threw as he slaps one to left field.
And
oh, my goodness,
again.
Grayson Barrett.
Good scouting that time, too. He was in ready for a hit just like that, the type of player Abe is.
And I think even the crowd's giving him kind of a round of applause. A former Jackfish, two-time CBL player as the DH, and just flashing some leather out in left field here today. So I think he just jumped right back ahead of his OC. Will have to get a consolation prize for Defensive Player of the Game today, but there's no doubt that Grayson Barrett well-deserving for today's game.
Two very nice catches and a nice throw as well.
Yeah, so... And actually had some injured his hands a little bit up in Toronto. Tried to climb the wall on one of the home runs and tried to climb a 10-foot wall and scraped up his hands a little bit. So
clearly willing to do pretty much whatever it takes to get that ball.
Yeah, definitely a leader on this team. This is a tough hit.
Him again.
Holds him to a single though. So
nothing he could do that time. Good piece of hitting.
That's the 4th hit, if I'm not mistaken, for Jonah Weisner here today.
Once again to the opposite field.
And he kind of reminds me of Evan Morrison, not afraid just to not do too much. Take what the pitcher gives you and just slap it the other way. And that's just so important. You don't have to pull. We saw that with, 4 hits we're getting from Cole. But actually, the guy on the screen right there, number 27, last year, Owen Constantino, as a 20-year-old in the then IBL. He was such a big, strong kid, was looking to pull everything. And when they kind of pepper him on the outside, he was having trouble with that pitch. This year, he's not afraid to go the opposite way. He did lead the league in doubles the last I looked. I don't know if that's handy there. But he also hit the only left-handed home run at Fergie Jenkins Field that I've seen.
Doubles so far in the CBL. Herman or Herman from
Herman.
from the Cardinals leads it at 10. As probably before these games, Morrison and Wisner were second at 9.
Okay, Owens fell off the list a little bit. He was on that list at one point, but he must have fallen off a little bit. Owen missed a couple games, tweaked his leg a little bit, but he looks to be back. There's a double play ball, quick
little
flip.
Bit of a soft
4-6. He might have got him.
Still in time. Very good turn, being as that ball was not hit very hard.
And you talked about it earlier, the English on the ball, so you're not sure which way it's going to spin off of you. And the quick side flip, and
Really
Morrison.
good turn, really good stretch as well.
All right, we're going to step aside. We'll be back again here from the field house. Dan Dominguez, Eric Dominguez, Cole Dupuis behind the glass. We were watching the Enyo Barncast.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
Give it to me.
All right, we're back here, top of the 6th inning. Barnstormers trail 10-1. Yeah, 10-1. There it is, top of the 6th. Looks like Ortega is still on the hill. We're checking to see if there's any complete games in the league because he's got the pitch count that can maybe go the distance here today.
Yep, he's been looking good. Good mix of pitches. The Barnstormers, once they get to that third time around the order pretty soon, hopefully they can, looks like right now, I believe.
Yeah, where are we at? Kusera ended the 5th, so this is the 2-hitter.
Okay, so they still have Kusera on the screen there.
Okay.
So that's a good shot, too, to right field.
Morrison.
Down the line, but looks like the right fielder's
first
there.
pitch. So who do we got warming up? There's Karika. And I couldn't see someone was throwing a football out there. So Consta Karika was heading out there. So we're not quite sure who's warming up in the pen. Barnstormers have a day off, next 2 days off, Sunday and Monday. They're back home against the London Majors. 7:35 first pitch over at Fergie Jenkins Field. I'm not sure if that's Mike Renier or Chris McLeod. We'll find out on Tuesday alongside Ed Myers. Welland has to go to Brantford tomorrow. They play at 2 o'clock, so I'm sure they would like to get at some distance from Ortega just to save the bullpen.
I see there Barrett had no interest in swinging that first pitch, left the bat there because, like we said, that pitch count, he's throwing strikes in there, and Chatham-Kent is swinging at them, so maybe trying to work the count a little bit, although so far it might not be going his way.
It's tough when you're throwing that many strikes. Sometimes you want to, you want to extend that inning, give Dylan Kintz or whoever the next Barnstormer pitcher is a little time to rest and recuperate. And look at that pitch. Oh, Mullen thought he got it.
To my recollection, I don't honestly remember many full counts so far from Ortega this game.
Yeah, no, he's been on point here today. And he's working quickly, too. He just gets that ball, and he doesn't even leave the rubber, it looks like. Here's Barrett. That's
just low.
Another one Mullen wants, so works the count to 2-2. Let's listen to Grayson. He's having a day defensively. Let's see if he can get on the board here offensively.
Nowhere close to being good enough. The 2-2 on the way.
There's a chopper to short. Should be a Sunday hop.
Odd sound of the bat might have broken it.
So I couldn't quite tell on that commentator if they're up 10-1 and still complaining, but that wouldn't surprise me sometimes on the Welland broadcast. But anything that goes their way, they seem like the world's against them. The champions of the Dominico Cup the last 2 out of 3 years. So let's hope the Barnstormers can give them a run for their money here. Again, you still got, how many more outs do we got? We got 10 more outs to play with. So get some base runners here. Oda hit a strong one. He hit the wall last time on that double his last time up.
Yeah, we were looking and hoping that would have been the one that made him the sole leader in home runs so far in the CBL, as he currently is tied with 8 with Canis Ego from Barrie.
Yeah, Canis Ego is a strong player. I think he's out of Mississauga. But yeah, playing for Barrie. Missed last season due to injury. That one bounces, and Mullen just wanted no part of that one. But, yeah, Oda's been really strong in his early on last year. Had trouble getting in the lineup because Fukuda was so strong. But then Oda's bat, kind of like Ansari's been doing, that bat earned him a spot in the lineup. And they would DH at times, and there's a hard shot to the right side right at the first baseman, and he's going to beat him to the bag for out number 3. So as a quick 3 up, 3 down, this game moving along, 10-1, Jackfish lead. We're going to step aside one more time. Look at those ads. Enyo Barncast, we wouldn't be able to do this show without them, Cam and his gang. Thanks to them. But take a look at these ads during the break.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers Summer Camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers Summer Camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington, then back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning.
All right, we're back. You saw the commercials there for Enyo, as well as the Chatham Barnstormers baseball camps coming up starting Monday here in Chatham. But head to the website, ckbarnstormers.com. There should be still room somewhere. There's Dresden, there's Leamington. I know they come to Chatham a couple times.
I know this week is sold out, I believe.
Okay, but I think there'll be another Chatham one coming up.
End of July. I
So
believe.
check the website, email us, call us. Nick Penner, you see around the park, handles a lot of that stuff. Donnie Menard, our third base coach, kind of runs those ones, but the players are there. The players have a blast helping the kids, playing some games, improving them. Maybe we'll find a future Barnstormer out there in some of these camps.
Another inning for Kintz.
Yeah, he has distance. That was a nice little slider, kind of got underneath the lefty's hands there.
Yeah, as tough as it is down some runs here, it's good to have a guy in the middle there that can save a couple of the other arms in the bullpen.
Yeah, eat some innings and somehow find a way to get back in the game. Looks like their center field camera froze again. And his laces a single. That's Smybert, I believe. Yep, it was Smybert. Justin Gideon hit a bomb his last time up off of Kintz. So let's see how Kintz can rebound here. Maybe throw a double play ball here as that sun is setting right into Owen Constantino's eyes there at first base. I don't think 10-1 they'll should see them running anymore, but I guess we'll keep an eye on that. Kint's usually pretty quick to the plate, and we'll see if Ansari, if he does try and go, can take him down. Not running, taking first pitch in there for strike one. So Kintz gets ahead of him 0-1. Again, Gideon, former Frontier League player, won a playoff MVP. If it wasn't last year, it was the year before. And that one just gets away from Dylan Kintz, 1-1.
can see the shadows starting to go kind of in between the batter and the pitcher there. That can only spell some trouble for both sides.
Yeah, it's tough for the hitter when that ball's coming from sun to shade real quick. Hopefully Kintz can take advantage of that here, but then the defense on the right side especially has to be on their toes. That ball's hit hard.
Deep center field.
He's on the track.
Got it.
No damage.
Just allowed out.
Just allowed out. One away. Runner doesn't advance there, so Gideon has that pop. He got off to a really slow start for they're wearing their Rose City ones, even though I know Windsor's the Rose City too, but I guess there could be more than one. So got off to a slow start, but it's just a matter of time with Justin Gideon on the CBL changeup. I believe Braden Farrington picked Gideon to be the preseason MVP for offensively for the CBL. So now it brings up Brendan Luther, the shortstop, 1 for 2 and a walk. Can be a tough player to double up. He's got some wheels.
Good off speed to start the at bat. Maybe not what he was looking for.
Hung up there belt high, but yeah, he didn't look like he was looking up high there.
Might be a little bit more selective now, up there 9 runs, looking for their perfect pitch to hit.
I don't know if you got the out-of-town scoreboard there, Cole. I'm seeing Guelph. Guelph's leading 3-0 against Toronto. Barnstormers, although in 8th place right now, still playoff hope. So a Guelph loss would actually go a long way for Chatham-Kent, as they were holding on to the 5 spot the last I saw. There's your out-of-town scoreboard. Brantford beating Kitchener. That's hit hard in between the whole 3-4 hole. That's a tough play. He's just going to have to eat that one. Nothing Julian can really do. That was just he rolled that to a perfect spot. Mm-hmm. And then what was that last score? 8-1?
8-1.
So that's Hamilton playing strong. They have some pitching. I don't know if you have the ERAs still up for the team ERAs for the year, but I know Hamilton's among the best in both starting pitchers and relief pitchers on the year.
Yep, before today, it was a 2.46 starting pitcher ERA, which is
crazy.
Very elite in the CBL, with the next best being 3.91 in the Jackfish.
So they were 2 and change, and what's the league average ERA?
League average is 5.39 for starters.
That's amazing.
The league average in total is 6.03, and they have a 3.57 ERA. Also much better than even the next best team, which would be at 4.2.
And with Boone, Adamas, and Hector Yan, that's a big 1-2-3 punch that they throw up there as a pop-up over to second baseman. That's going to be a tough play for
Texas leaguer.
Nothing you can do. Jeez. When it rains, it pours. Barnstormers just can't catch a break.
The runner had to hold up there between second and third, so that'll make it bases loaded and 1 out for the Jackfish.
Grant, the DH, is coming to bat, so hopefully they can find a ground ball here. I would imagine Chatham's got someone warming up in the pen. So there's another opportunity to vote for Thomas Green, a utility player, middle infielder for the Barnstormers. Go to the CBL/All-Star Last Man In. You can vote for a North All-Star and a South All-Star, but make sure that South All-Star is number 5, Thomas Green. Among the North All-Stars, I know Josh Williams played half a season here for the Barnstormers last season, or a couple seasons ago. We got Akasuka in the trade for Josh Williams, so a good trade for both sides. Josh has now moved over to Kitchener to play with his brother Malik Williams. Malik, I'm pretty sure he was the first baseman, the starting first baseman of the All-Star team. So there's only 1 out here. So I was talking a little while ago about the diversity of the CBL. Unless we get a double play here, we'll have to talk about it next inning. We'll watch this pitch here on the 1-1 count with the bases juiced. Oh, we lost the camera there for a second. That ball's hit hard.
And a swing and a drive. That ball is off the top of the wall. Slibbert will score.
Obviously not on autofocus, but that's okay. That's going to score a couple. So the diversity, 52 All-Stars are in the CBL so far. In the All-Star game coming up on the 11th and 12th, right here in Chatham-Kent, Fergie Jenkins Field. 26 of them are Canadians. 1 from Alberta, 6 from British Columbia, 1 from New Brunswick. 15 from Ontario, and 3 from Quebec, including our very own Yuri O'Connor Yokoyama. The international flavor that we have in the Canadian Baseball League All-Star Game looks like that's going to be the end of the night for Dylan Kent. 16 from the DR, Dominican Republic, only 4 Americans. 2 Japanese, Oda and Abe are the 2 Japanese ones. And then Brazil, Cuba, Yasiel Puig. Mexico and Panama. I know you got a lot of Panamaniacs.
Yep, they had
Brett Sinclair.
there was a big Panama game. They played a World Cup game in Toronto, so that was a really big ordeal for them.
As Bo Buckley comes into the game here today to try and get some innings in. Bo's got a real good split finger fastball. He's got some pretty good velo as well. Won a championship back with London when he was, I think, 19 years old. Pitched only 5 games with them. This year, 5.56 ERA, but 9 strikeouts in 11 and 1/3. Had a tough outing against Brantford the other day, just an out or two away from a win on Canada Day, but unable to hang on. But Bo's a really solid pitcher for the Barnstormers, and just still young. Out of Wyoming, I believe, is where he's from. So another Petrolia, Wyoming area. So another local product in the area. So number 99, nice to see a 99 out on the field here. So for the Barnstormers, trying to they're down what? 12-1, 12-1 now for the Jackfish. The Jackfish have always given us quite a bit of trouble. We got them once earlier this year. We beat them at home 10-6, I think it was, something like that.
And we almost came back last time we were there as well.
Yeah, we were doing the Barncast. I think that game ended 12-10, and Monks came up as the tying run. In the 9th inning, we put up 5-6 runs, I think. They had to bring in Davey Mendez, the closer, in that one. So hopefully that's something the Barnstormers, still with 9 outs to go, can do here today. Get those bats going. We got a couple All-Stars. Leading off the 7th for Chatham-Kent, Gurney and Constantino are scheduled to bat. So we're going to go name some Barnstormers. Anyone out there on the chat, let's hear you. Who has recorded? Who are some of your relievers that you like out there? 1 win and 1 save in their Barnstormers career. Bo almost had it the other day on Canada Day. He almost made that list, almost with a save. I think you might know 1 or 2 on that list, Eric.
There's probably some guys that I've crossed paths with, whether it's at St. Clair College or elsewhere. So if that's a little hint there, make sure you make your picks in the chat of who you think those 5 players are.
But, yeah, St. Clair is such a strong baseball program. Tristan Bouchot now, is that the pronunciation? And then who was the previous?
Newly married Tristan. Congratulations, Tristan.
And then who was the manager before that?
Roberto Duncan.
Roberto Duncan did a good job with that team as well. So he's moved on, and Bouch has been doing a great job with that team, just an out away. So, yeah, Brad, he's dealing with a little something, Thomas Green. Just a minor injury right now, keeping him out of the lineup. He won't be gone. He won't be out for too much longer, we hope. I know Dr. Tim's been working with him. He gets those players back out there as soon as they can. So I'm sure it'll be sooner rather than later that we'll see Greeny back on the field. And again, we can't stress it enough. Last man in, we want it to be Green. You know, if you fans vote him in, you'll have to drag him off the field to get out of that All-Star game. And there's Tracy there. I still haven't seen my wasn't the pulled pork. What is she? It was the I can't remember what she made the other day with Grayson's the cook over there. Is she's got a couple billets in Constantino and Grayson Barrett. The brisket, the smoked brisket we were talking about. So you see all the food that she preps them with. I think it's probably one of the most popular billets in the Chatham-Kent area. Also does the Maroons players as well.
Tough walk for Buckley there to get his outing started, but had a free base, so hopefully no damage as the top of the order comes up for Welland.
Ground ball in the hole.
Just in the hole, though.
Jeez.
Tracy says the brisket is gone.
Station to station now for Welland on that one, as that should be Spencer Marin getting the ball in quickly for the Barnstormers. Again, a tough night for Chatham-Kent.
So this will be...
Oh, I missed the chat there, Cole. Sorry.
It was the brisket is gone.
Oh, the brisket is gone, yeah. So, but yeah, no, they had a nice barbecue there before Canada. No, I didn't hit Rib Fest, so I'm sure they had some weather out there yesterday, Riggs. So
I did make it to Rib Fest a few weeks ago, the one in Windsor there. We got some tough weather that day too, but it was a good time. I know there's another one coming to Windsor later on.
Amherstburg has one. Leamington has one on Hogs for Hospice weekend.
Yep. So we see Weisner now, who I believe we said had 4 hits already this game. 2
singles and 2 doubles by my count, so he's having himself a day.
Had 9 doubles before this game started, which if Gurman hasn't had a double today, that would now put Weisner in the top of the league for doubles.
And if you click his name, you should have his overall stats for the year. I think he was 387 coming into today. I don't know if that updates right away.
According to currently, it says it's 376.
Well, maybe that's probably right. Yep.
before today, most likely with an 874 OPS, and yeah,
So those numbers are going up 4 for 4 here today. Did that almost hit him?
definitely a doubles hitter because no home runs on the season. Hopefully I didn't announce her, Jinx.
And then Rigby, maybe a little over dramatic, saying almost dying at Ribfest last night from the wind, but that wind was pretty wicked. I got hit with it in Windsor. They got similar. Well, is that a soccer match?
I did see photos from the Essex Fun Fest where people had to shelter in an arena,
Yep,
and all
there
the
was,
tents were torn apart.
There was some stuff that kind of got flown around, but thankfully, as from what I saw, they restarted today. They had their parade, and all was a go here today for everything going on there, and especially all the events going on tomorrow there.
Yeah, I know you got a big wrestling event, Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling, hitting up the Essex Fun Fest, and they'll be out in Chatham not too long. The Headlocks for Hospice coming out in July. Chatham-Kent Hospice. I know Chatham-Kent Barnstormers have been a sponsor of them as well. There's one hit back to the mountain. We'll come home. Nice job. Jealous.
Looked like they almost were a little too careful there, and it's going to cost them an extra run.
Looks like Bo just hesitated a little bit coming home, so that made Ansari have to rush that throw to first base a little bit. He was a little unsure maybe where he was going with the ball. I don't know.
Yeah, tough in hindsight with the catcher. You would have liked to give him more time. Like perhaps in this situation he could have held it, but I see why he wanted to get that out, so I wouldn't fault him there.
And who was that running? That was Weisner, so you know he's just flying down the line, down first base. So that's a tough play. So that'll be a fielder's choice and an error. And then there's Riggs giving us an update on Ribfest yesterday. So, and there's Tracy as well. Yeah, Chatham. I think all of Essex and Kent County got hit pretty hard.
Yep, Leamington, where we were at, was also pretty windy.
So let's get through that. Hopefully we got some nice weather for the weekend. I looked ahead. There's a little bit of chance of rain for the All-Star weekend. It's going to be hot and humid. I saw 35 Celsius the last I looked. As Cole, our producer, is just picturing all his stuff all his equipment overheating, and his camera operators. There's a pop-up. Hopefully we can get this out of the inning now. Oh, boy.
I believe the sun gave him some issues there. As we've been saying, the sun's setting right kind of in their eyes.
And he
just couldn't get a handle on it.
He just got twisted up. He kind of went to his left, and then I don't know if the wind grabbed it and threw it to the right.
Once you turn your back, you're almost lost. You're really starting to panic and figure out where it is.
Grayson's been tremendous defensively, though, today, saving multiple runs already today. So just a slight miscue there. Is there still just the one out, or do we get a second out? We got a second out on the fielder's choice. So there should be a second out. And again, the bug a little bit inaccurate there in the Welland. So as we're still in the bottom of the sixth inning, so this game kind of slowed down here a little bit. It was moving along there pretty well at one point, as we're past the 8 o'clock hour now. Hopefully, Buckley can get himself out of this one. A little breaking ball outside part of the plate, so that's a nice pitch from Bo. Yep. Great name, Bo Buckley, too, for baseball. Just when I told your sister, Brooke, she said it either has to be a baseball player or a cattle farmer. Yeah. So,
Bo with the second initial being the letter B as well. Certainly a name we know here in Canada.
Yeah. And there's a kind of the first pitch, the breaking ball hits the corner. Now he pumps a fastball by him, so he's got him on his heels a little bit. So Bo has that splitter he can go to, a breaking ball, or he can go back to back with the fastball, maybe out of the zone here. So
I believe the Oompa Loompa is out of push-ups.
Should be 0-2 on the bug. See if Bo can put him away here. Breaking ball, left it up.
Going to deposit one into center field. That's a base hit.
So that's a bit of a mistake from Bo. 0-2, you have him where you want him, and he just left that breaking ball up in the zone.
Yeah,
and
what we're seeing from this Welland team is they can really sit on those breaking ball pitches. They're waiting on it. If it doesn't fool them there, and especially on an 0-2 count where we could have done a little bit of anything with it.
They're not making
batter
mistakes.
Did a good job.
Yeah, they're not making mistakes. It's unfortunate here for the bullpen again. The pitching staff having a little bit of trouble as we got a spinning camera here. Is that them or that's not us, folks? As we're gonna have to step away from the Barnstormers game at Welland here, as Cole tries to see what's going on up in there. So, but remember, we're gonna go through a few of the things. The last chance vote, Thomas Green. Head to the CBL website, vote Thomas Green in for the South All-Stars. You have till tomorrow at midnight to do that. We got out-of-town scores. I see Guelph in the 4th inning is up 6-0 right now. They're beating the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Earlier today as well, Brantford with a 4-3 win over Kitchener, splitting, I believe, the home and home.
2 totally different games. 18-15 yesterday, and what'd you say, 4-3 today?
4-3, Brantford holds on in that one at home, and then Hamilton on the road takes a victory over Barrie 8-1.
And those are 2 really good teams. And it's just the 4 top teams have really separated themselves from the league. Guelph is hanging on in that 5th spot. And Guelph's a solid team. I just don't feel personally that they're of the elite quality that Hamilton, Barrie, London, and Welland are at this point. Things can change. Players can get injured. New players can come in. We saw a second half last year of like Owen Constantino, Andy Groening in the second half really took off last year. Hopefully the Barnstormers can do something that again and rattle off a few wins in a row and get themselves in that playoff hunt as he strikes him out. Nice breaking ball on the hands to get out of the inning. So up 15 runs, Jackfish lead. We're heading to the top of the 7th. You're watching the Enyo Barncast here at Fergie Jenkins Field.
Give it to me.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Hitters and pitchers. Welcome back. Just finished the month of June for the Barnstormers, and we're going to be having the Barnstormers Player of the Month announced shortly, I would imagine, on our social media, and they're usually honored before one of the games. Hopefully, maybe if not Tuesday, it'll be Friday. We have Tuesday home against Tuesday home against London, Friday home against Kitchener, and then the All-Star weekend. Any names jumping out at you, potential candidates, Eric, of some of the Players of the Month? As this one's hit hard as you take a look at that. I lost my volume there to the game. That's
Just
off the wall.
Off the glove or the wall.
Do we not have audio? Okay.
Runner might have an
Is
opportunity
that a
at
3-bagger?
third base here.
So Austin Gurney leads off with a triple
And
in the
good,
7th inning.
And that's good timing because Austin Gurney
Yep.
in the month of June batted with a 1299 OPS.
Was he the leader of
That's
qualified players?
That is the leader among qualified players. 5 home runs, 14 RBI.
Including that walk-off grand slam
Yep.
against London.
2 stolen bases, a walk as well. Batted .442.
How many
That was his
ribbies? I know he had
average.
at least 2. He had
14.
Two grand slams. Grand Slam Gurney. He was starting to get the
He
name.
was certainly swinging a hot bat in the month of June. It looks like he's continuing here into July with that one there.
So he might be one of the candidates that we might see honored. Any other stats
Lots
jump
more
out?
RBIs. Grayson Barrett, Yushinota, and Owen Constantino all with double-digit RBIs in the month of June,
I know
as well as OPSs over 1,000.
And Yuri on the Hill, I know, had a decent outing recently. I don't remember. That was Canada Day, so that would count towards July.
Yeah, if we move over to pitching, Akatsuka had a really good month. Struck out 26 batters in only 20 innings.
That's really impressive, yep.
Very impressive, having more strikeouts than innings pitched. Only 11 earned runs, which
there's a hard hit ball.
Solid.
Into center field. Gideon
Oh, he
Carr
catches on the back end. Hope
makes the
that
catch.
should
Go
score the
home.
run.
It's gonna bounce in, not in time.
And Gurney's in there.
Sacrifice fly for Constantino.
Another RBI for OC, and he'll be an all-star member. And you said he had a big month as well. You said.
Yep. Lots of players did. Looking more at the pitching here. Lots of starts from Akatsuka, like we mentioned. Parsons as well had 4 starts.
Yeah, he had that one big game where 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, I believe, seven or 8 strikeouts, and no runs again. So, but yeah, again, nothing official, but yeah, I think Austin Gurney might be a tough name to beat for that Player of the Month for the month of June. As you recall, back in May, Yuri O'Connor Yokoyama took the award. That was the second time he's won Player of the Month for the Barnstormers in his Barnstormers career. Back in June of last year, he had a 4-win month. Monks hits one out over the shortstop, second baseman's head, but
got under it a little bit.
Weisner's able to make the grab. So Barnstormers get their second run across here, as it is still Ortega. Yeah, it's still Ortega on the hill for Welland. I'm not sure. They might finally give Pedro de los Santos a day off. I know Pedro. He pitches almost every game for Welland. It's crazy how often he's out there for the Jackfish. Yeah, Pettipiece as well. Pettipiece has started a few games too when Euclides Layer has been dinged up a little bit. So Pettipiece had a couple good seasons as a base hit to left field. Who was that? That was Marin again?
Mm-hmm. That's at least his second hit.
Yeah, he has a single, a double, and a strikeout. So a good game from the bottom of the order from Spencer.
De Los Santos has pitched 15 games, 24.1 innings.
And then what have they played? They've played about 25 games, give or take, Welland.
They are 14-9.
So 23. So this is the 24th game, and he's at, 15 of their 24 games, assuming he doesn't get in the game today. So, yeah, definitely a workhorse for the Jackfish. Pedro de la Fuego, as Mark Perry likes calling him. He's definitely a fiery character in the CBL. So didn't make the All-Star team this year, I don't believe. I don't think he was part of the All-Star game, but definitely a fun character to have. There's a hit to the right side, foul ball past Thibaut Macadier. Looked like there's some more action maybe in the Barnstormers bullpen. Someone was covering the pitcher warming up. I know Carrico was out there earlier. Barnstormers have a couple of days off now after today. And they'll look to hopefully get a few runs here and maybe regroup for Tuesday evening. That one just catches the outside part of the plate, and falls behind 0-2.
Continuing to paint the zone, Ortega is.
Yeah, strikeouts. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6. There might have been more. I kind of lost track there at one point, but he's having a pretty strong day for Welland, and that's just wave and a miss. So as he comes off the mound, pretty pumped up there. That was a nice pitch. So
it was.
They're heading to stretch time over in Welland. Barnstormers trail by quite a bit, so hopefully they can regroup here, get a couple quick innings. We'll step away. You're watching the Enyo Barncast here from the field house at Fergie Jenkins Field.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers Summer Camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers Summer Camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington, then back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with...
Welcome back. Looks like Bo Buckley still on the hill for the Barnstormers. 17-2 Jackfish lead. We're getting close to the All-Star break. We got Tuesday night back home against the London Majors. Friday night against Kitchener Panthers. And then Saturday, Sunday, we have a big weekend coming up. And he won't be on screen because he's working behind the glass for us here today in the locker room. But Cole Dupuis is the magician, kind of running everything from behind the scenes for the Barnstormers. You see his work all over the place as the first pitch goes high and up. Cole, welcome to the Barncast. I know we hear your voice quite a bit.
Thanks.
You've been busy with the team. You get to kind of run the show for this All-Star game. It's kind of a nice little resume piece, I'm sure, for you and your company, Dupuis Media Productions. Is that the proper name?
Yep.
Okay. What do you got planned for I know the Saturday is coming up quickly. What are some of the plans for the skills competition?
It's a lot of last minute planning going into this right now. Just we were waiting to hear who had the broadcast. Just a bunch of league politics, I guess.
Yep.
I'll call this one.
This one's popped up to left field. Grayson has
Gets on
able to handle that one. But yeah, at one point they were talking about maybe bringing in an outside crew, but I think Dom kind of helped fight for you, and your work kind of says what all you need to say.
Yeah, so we're planning to go with a 7 or 8 camera setup, obviously, because that's what we can take in.
Which is tremendous. Most teams have 3, and 2 of them are lousy. So so you have 7 quality cameras.
It's a lot of moving cameras for the skills competition. Just all the different events require different setups, so we're doing what we can with the crew and what the equipment we have. Just everyone has to remember that the teams are dealing with what the teams are providing them.
Yep.
So we all get paid some amount, some volunteer. I know a lot of flack comes on the broadcast.
On social medias and stuff like that. Right. You see the people on social media, it's unfortunately complain more than they probably need to. If they want to volunteer to be a cameraman, I'm sure you would teach them.
Exactly. We're always looking for help, all teams wide. I went and helped out in London last night, ran the on-field camera just because it's something that I enjoy doing, and a lot of people don't understand.
Base at the center here, 1 on, 1 out. So, yeah, it's a tough job. I just started doing it 4 or 5 years ago for a production company in Windsor with 0 experience. It's just having that sports knowledge helped for me. So I've been doing that for a number of years, doing all sorts of different sports, everything from your major sports, baseball, football, basketball, to diving, racquetball, all sorts of squash I did once. And it's just, so it's not an easy gig, but your guys are out there in the blistering heat at times.
Yes, I got to shout out my camera operators, Wesley Balarjan.
Good Wesley.
Yes, we got Tom Wabenga and Thomas Law as well. We have some other ones that help out from time to time when people aren't available.
And the young lady last season?
Megan King.
She was great.
She was here for the first year. A lot of people don't always understand. I didn't watch baseball before last year.
I've been teaching you.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot about baseball and doing what I can with it. But
what position number is the DH now?
10.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that one.
So, but yeah, no, it's and then you've built the board to keep track of the scores yourself.
We try to be a stats-heavy broadcast, and I know London is doing a great job as well, giving my help to them where I can. We gotta kind of help the league where we can to just give ideas to all the broadcasters and assist them where they need the help.
And to me, stats is huge. Baseball for 125 years plus has been a stats game. You can compare Babe Ruth as there's a flare. Hopefully that drifts foul. It looks like it did drop in, but no damage. It's a stats league. You can compare Babe Ruth to Barry Bonds and see the numbers, compare them a little bit. And with our league, I figured the more information we can give these guys, the better. The fan at home, it's changed now from your old-fashioned like average and things like that, where we've added OPS and other factors that are more of a truer test or a truer gauge of how good a player is. But to your credit, I can't think of a single situation where I've thrown something at you and you said, Dan, I can't do that. That hasn't happened in the 2 years that we've been together.
Other than the strike zone, obviously.
Yeah, we're working on it.
That's a whole other beast in itself. So I work with the NHL in the winter doing the digital ads on the hockey boards. Very confidential kind of experience. But the main thing is you got to make sure that the strike zone, or I guess any digital advertising, doesn't go over the players.
Like the Raphael or the Devers on opening day for baseball, where he looked like a Jedi ghost in the first game.
That was, I believe, a combination of high definition, so HDR, just color mapping.
And a setting sun there,
setting
too.
sun, yeah, not much you can do with that.
So my next question is, can you do the digital ads on the back of the Fergie Jenkins field?
It's hard. It's finding a model that works to detect the player, and it's a work in progress. I can't say I haven't tried to figure it out, but it's a lot harder than you think, and with having no coding experience, you're trying to find what you can to.
And I think it's pretty hard. I wouldn't be able to even do the first thing.
I did get it working temporarily on a couple recorded things, but it's not
There's
something I
a
want.
swing and a miss and a strikeout. And I know you've been working on the behind home plate there, or behind the pitcher's mound, having a little Enyo or whatever the sponsor may be.
Yeah, it works, but obviously it's not doing the player keying like you'd want it to do. It would just kind of go over top of them. And
I remember the early days of that. It would have to be a blank green screen or whites that you can superimpose, but you can pretty much impose it over anything these days.
Yeah, so NHL-wise, I mean, we just kind of take what's on the boards because you got to be able to sell those ads to sponsors, right?
Both in-house and at home on TV.
Yeah. So you take what you can get and make it go to air.
And that's, if you're watching this Barncast from not just Chatham-Kent Barnstormer fans, I know, Ann, you're not watching today, but I know Ann Lear from Brantford's a regular guest, as well as another bunch of cities. These guys work hard. Cole does a great job. Like Cole said, some of these parks are, or most of them are city-owned and city-run with internet and equipment-wise, so they don't have the equipment to do Major League Baseball style broadcast. They do their best. Chatham is second to none in that. Chatham-Kent is second to none for those broadcasts, and that's pretty much 100% because of Cole Dupuis.
And I'll give a perfect example here of how parks don't always work in broadcasters' favor. Just the way that our park is set up, we can't really have a high home camera, I guess, a camera behind there. So we suction cup it to a window, which is unfortunate because you can't track blades in the outfield, but we make it work because we have a guy on third base who are also on platforms because our fences are so tall. Our center field camera as well can't be operated because we have to mount it 12 feet up in the air on the top of the fence.
Because you're getting that better angle. Exactly. The perfect example is here. We have the center field camera that you're watching in Welland, and the mound is, you can't see home plate right now where Ayad Ansari is. We're assuming where the plate is just from the camera shot, but their fences are, what does that look like, 8 to 10 feet, Eric, in center field?
I think it's about the same height as London by the looks of it.
Yeah, so it's just tough. The higher that camera can be, the better to get that angle, and we have that. But again, that just forces you not to be able to man that camera. We don't have the luxury of having remote control on all these camera operators. And plus, you think of the booth. Everyone sees a booth at a major league broadcast, and there's the director calling out switches to the switcher. You have the replay guy. You have the guy feeding stats to. That's in the Major League Baseball. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys doing that. Cole Dupuis. In the booth. Yeah, that's not even the truck.
Plus 20 camera operators at least.
And then you have the truck down below with another probably 10 people in there. All these things are being done by Cole, and he's got some staff sometimes in the booth helping him, but for the most part, it's a one-man effort because, again, we can't. This is still a pro league, but it's not a high-budget pro league that we need to stretch the dollars as best we can.
We can fit a maximum of 6 people in that booth.
And the booth is kind of tight. So
so you got me. You got Eric from Coach Co. or Chris Taylor as well. Both great.
And your girlfriend's name again? I'm sorry.
Brianna. Yeah,
Brianna.
She comes every once in a while. She'll help score the game for me, just because we score separate from the broadcast, just to make sure that the stats are what we want it to display. Not our stats league of improved tremendously since the start of the season. So we got to give credit where credit is due, obviously, to Eric Spear and there for developing this platform.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
There's a line shot up the middle. That ball's in again.
See if they go station to station or if they'll be.
That was kind of too easy to score there. So Marco, even though he's the backup catcher, getting some work in today for the Jackfish. I think he's a veteran. He's in his upper 30s, if I'm not mistaken. Just kind of signed on just to be an emergency valve for Robbie Mullen. That looks like that's going to be the end of the night for Bo Buckley. So who do we got left out in the bullpen here today? I know Karika was out there. I don't think we're going to throw Garrett Day here today. Am I missing any names? We shall see.
I don't think so.
We'll see if we'll listen in. Oh, it was a Karika. I thought I might have seen him. So you saw actually fans quickly the base umpire doing the glove check as it's now 18-2. After an incident in Barrie where Frank Garces was found with a little bit of sticky stuff, some pine tar on the glove, he received a 3-game suspension. But now league-wide, they've mandated umpire checks. Starting pitchers are going to get checked at least twice in a 5-inning outing, as well as when they're out of the game. Relievers on their way into the game are also going to get checked, but also can get checked after an inning. And they have the wrong graphic. That is definitely the wrong graphic, as that is not Thibaut Macartier. That is Consta Karika, the first professional Finnish player in over 100 years. So there was a player for the White Sox in the 20s. I think it was 1924. Michelson, I want to say it was. I'd have to look it up again to see if, that was the name. But now that the CBL is a professional league, he's and just a great guy. I got to talk to him. Myself and my brother, Eric's uncle, Michael, went to the Maple Leaf game in Toronto the other day, and Consta was sitting behind us and had a good conversation with him. And, getting breaking news with the Blue Jays, how Vladdy Guerrero not heading to the All-Star game this year. He declined an invitation, so taking some time off, which he's been struggling this year, Vladdy has, to his standards. Karika, look at the strikeouts. He's got that stuff. He's got, again, 17 strikeouts. We talked about Bo Buckley. This is another guy with that split-finger fastball, and we've talked to Ed Myers a bunch. It does different things coming at the over-the-top angle like your Treya Savages, but he can bring it down to the side where it's going to do that kind of that tailing whipping action in on a right-handed batter or away from a lefty.
Yeah, professionals always talk about pitch tunneling. That's one of those things where you want it to look like the same pitch as long as you can. So maybe those arm angles are doing different things to the batter's eyes.
Yeah, what is it? Pitching Ninja? Is that the online thing I see
Perhaps.
quite a bit? Where the ball, you see a guy like Jacob Mizarowski, for the first 45, 50 feet, that pitch seems to go in the same place, and all of a sudden it just dives in different directions. And when that ball is on top of you with the velocity that these guys throw at, and Consta is another one of those guys with the high velo. So any of our Finnish friends still out there? It's pretty late in the early in the morning on Sunday morning over there. I know he's got a fan club of Finnish friends.
It's 3:30 a.m. there. I don't know if anybody's awake at the moment.
Unfortunately. There's a fly ball, left center field. That could be trouble. That ball is down.
The gap.
And that should score maybe a couple. They held them at.
That's Wisner.
That's Wisner's 5th hit then. So 2 runs did come in there. And Jonah Wisner now has 3 doubles and 2 singles here today. So well on his way to Player of the Week. If you watch the CBL Change-Up podcast with myself and Mark Perry and Braden Farrington. A shameless plug for myself and the crew. But Karika gives up a RBI double as they've now reached 20. I'm trying to think of did Brantford get to 20 last year on Canada Day? I think they did.
They got to 24, I believe.
But that's the only other time. I don't remember another game ever getting to 20, so hopefully Consta can get out of here.
Not for us, but
that's what I mean. Yeah,
24
23 to 14 earlier this year. Guelph a couple years ago had 26-2, like on one of the first games of the season. That was 2 years ago before you were around.
20-2 Hamilton Toronto game, I believe.
Oh, just 18? Recently. Yeah, just recently. So let's listen in to see if Consta can get himself out of here. There's a nice pitch on the outer part.
I don't know if he lost it or maybe lost.
Dropped the ball here.
I don't know.
So 0-2. Let's see if he can get out of this here. again, 0-2, he can pretty much throw what he wants here. Setting up a little away, and sorry is. That's a good pitch.
And he knew it.
Yeah. 20-2, you might see that zone stretching a little bit as well, but good job from Costa Rica. That looked like it had some zip on it too. So we're through 7 complete. We still got 2 to go. Hopefully the Barnstormers can get a little confidence offensively and score some runs, but we'll step away. You're watching the Barncast, the Enyo Barncast here from the Fieldhouse.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
It's us again.
Welcome back, everybody. There's Rigby. He'll support those Finnish fans. There's someone rooting for some Americans there for some reason. Happy 4th of July and then we got Braden Torado out. He's at the game today, having a long day out in the field with Jade. I'm not sure if Mike and Dana are there or not, but might be the most runs scored for the Welland team in a single game. So a left-hander on the hill. Teo Ortega's night is done, and what a night it was, Eric.
Yep. Welland against Guelph this year on June 21st, 20-6 for Welland. So
okay, so they tied their record.
Take a look at some history here.
But yeah, Ortega, 7 really solid innings. Had CK not exactly sure what they were seeing at the plate. Mixed his pitches really well and threw strikes. I would love to know what the first pitch strike number was.
Oh, okay.
I know that would be something we'd have a trouble finding, but numbers in general were pretty impressive.
Kitchener 23-2, Welland last year on Thursday, June 12th. So 23 is their highest in 25. I'm going to keep going.
Welland was 23?
Yeah.
That was last year.
Yeah.
Keep going here.
So they're
23-5
showing
against
Andy
Brantford.
Groening on.
Yep, there's number 33, Andy Groening. Big swing and, again, maybe peeking that head out over that third base side. He's such a big, strong kid. So 23 last year.
23 in 2024 as well.
So if Braden, if you're still tuning in, yeah, they have gotten over 20 before. So let's just keep it at 20. We don't need to be setting any records.
There's some laughs there as the catcher threw it to third, thinking that was strike 3, and was hearing it from his dugout a little bit.
I can only go as far back as 2024, so I don't know.
Yeah,
about
it's tough before
2023,
that.
So we'll see.
They're a newer team as well. They only moved over from Burlington a handful of years. That ball's up. So Andy Groening gets on base. Good job for Andy. Struggling a little bit offensively. Wasn't getting at bats, and I know he's been playing with the selects a little bit just to try and get more in the groove. But a great kid. Big Country is his nickname, and he's
I see why.
He's big.
Was that a game last year where he hit, I think, a couple bombs?
Oh, you were at that game?
Yeah.
That was his debut week.
I was on field camera operating that day. That was against the Toronto Maple Leafs, I believe.
That's hit hard.
Shot into right field. First baseman
Evan Morris
goes just over his glove.
That's good for Evan to get on. He's got a couple hits today, so he's always in contender for the batting title. But Groening won Player of the Week in his first week. They have somewhere.
Second.
Second. It's more of his first
first
full
game.
week. His first, yeah. first home game in front of the Barnstormers as a starter. He hit the 2 homers and even had a really good playoffs last year against Hamilton. He was really strong in the playoffs. So just this year, again, being so young, still the youngest player in the CBL, the only teenager for another couple weeks, I think, as this one's popped up near the screen.
And out of play.
Yeah, after he has his birthday, it's mid-July sometimes, he'll be the last teenager in the CBL. And there's some of the all-star festivities we've been talking all night about. This is a Saturday schedule, so 12 to 9:30, everything is there, and we can see it, I think. A celebrity meet and greet, Ed Myers and Bill Atkinson. You see some other dignitaries from around the town. That one misses away. We have some of the bands, One Way Streets, Chlorine. The mayor's going to kind of open it up. And then the fields come in. Remember, it's general admission for those of you who have tickets. No reserve seating. Casador it will be the kind of the headliners, I guess, on the Saturday. As this one looks like it's fouled away, and it is. And then the skills competition gets underway at 5:30. Outfield accuracy. They'll have a target at home plate where I think it's 1 or 3 points, whether it's in the net or not. Same thing goes with the catcher, 1 and 3 points.
I think it's 5 points, and if you miss, it's no points. But if you hit the net, it's 1 point.
So, yeah, we'll have all the – I guess I'm the referee of that event, so I better have things figured out by then. Check swing. I think he held on, Eric.
Yep, good eye. Not even a ask over to the umpire.
And then the bunting accuracy competition. I know people were asking for that one, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. That'll be a fun event. And then the CBL Home Run Derby, back-to-back champ Tyler Duncan. Let's see if someone can knock him off the top spot.
Main event of the evening.
Down the line, kicking it around,
feet,
splitting.
Splits.
He had an adventure there at first base, but he came away with it.
Moves the runners into scoring position.
So, yeah, 5 points if it goes in the target for the catcher, 1 if it hits the net. And then same with the outfield. They're 5 and 1. So they're obviously going to have a net with a smaller target in the middle. Not that small, but a smaller target in the middle for the 5-pointer. And if you hop it in, it'll still count for the 5 points.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so I did read the rules. I just couldn't remember them.
And there's Sunday.
And there's a Sunday again. Oh, I think both days, 11 o'clock on Tweedsmuir. So it's you can come to that.
12 on the Saturday.
12 on the Saturday, but you can come to the Tweedsmuir for free. In the stadium, there's still tickets available, 18 per day, 30 for the weekend, I believe are the prices. Go to the ckbarnstormers.com. Tickets still available. That big rip, fly ball left field. I thought he got it a little bit better than that. Popped it up left side, and that's 2 away. A couple of runners in scoring position. And then, there's the rest of it there. The gates open at 12:30. Another couple bands there. Spins is performing. Dumb Crush. And the anthem and the flyover. We're going to have another flyover like we did on opening day back in 2024.
I believe there's a flyover on Saturday as well.
Cool. The first pitch, and then the All-Star Game Showdown at 2:05. Be 54 players because we're at 52 right now. A couple more coming in, and then 15 minutes after the game, one more band at the end. So it's going to be a heck of a weekend here in Chatham-Kent. There's a ball up and away. Let's see if the Barnstormers can cash these 2 on. We'll take one more listen to the gang over in Welland. And here's a lefty. This is where Chatham's had some issues sometimes. So many lefties we have in the lineup. We see tons of lefties. That's hit hard.
Blooper into right field, base hit.
Score 2.
Gurney, that'll cash a pair.
There we go.
RBI single for
Gurney once again.
So you gave the stats of Austin Gurney for the month of June. So early in July, it looks like he's going to keep that train rolling.
Looks like Garrett is coaching first base as well, potentially for TiVo to come in if needed. I assume Consta would come out for the bottom of the inning here.
The tallest first base coach in the CBL. Is he taller than Harry? Yeah, I think so.
Close.
6'5". Used to be just a closer, but we've been seeing some extended appearances for Garrett Day as of late.
A great outing by Garrett. That
5 innings.
London game. 5 innings, no hit or no runs. Sorry.
Kept us in the game, and it was 5-1. We chipped away, got it 5-3. Our good friend Zach Laird made it 5-5.
A pass ball, I believe.
Morrison scored from second on a wild pitch, and then the error to get Morrison. And there's that fair ball.
They're not rushing for it, so that one will be just foul.
And then with the bases loaded, Austin Gurney, the shot heard around Chatham-Kent.
Not to mention an intentional walk to, I believe it was Yushinoda, yeah.
they pitched to Barrett. Barrett volleyed a single in the left, and then they tried to set up the force, but Gurney wasn't having a 1-0 pitch, and he just tattooed it. Again, the ball that might have went off the arena.
Another where were you when moment.
Yep. No, it was great. And then the boys had a good time over at Mike's place afterwards. So, again, these guys have the season hasn't quite gone the way we want it, but it's still early. We're still in the first half of this season. We're right near halfway point now.
Just about, yeah.
And
the team has heart.
Oh, yeah. I agree. They're a young team. They're still learning how to play together. And you look at the Frank Garces of the world, 35 years old. We don't have a player over 29 years old. Parsons is 29. Lee is up in that area. As a swing and a miss. And Owen wants to snap that bat, but thinks better of it. And that's the end. But the Barnstormers do cash a pair. They trail big here tonight. We're going to step away. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. We're watching from the Fieldhouse, the Enyo Barncast here at the Fieldhouse.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo, bigger than bugs.
Get ready, Chatham-Kent. For the first time ever in the new Canadian Baseball League era, the 2026 All-Star Showdown is landing at Fergie Jenkins Field on the July 11th and 12th weekend. The league's top talent, all in one place. Watch the full slate of skills competitions, including the popular Home Run Derby on Saturday, and on Sunday, the ultimate 2026 CBL All-Star Game featuring your favorite players for a mid-season showdown. Chatham-Kent, it's our time. The All-Star Weekend of the new CBL era. It's history in the making.
This summer, step up to the plate with the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers Summer Camps. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up your game, Barnstormers Summer Camps are the place to be. From July 6th to the 10th, join us in Chatham for the first week of camp. From July 13th to the 17th, we'll be in Leamington, then back in Chatham from the 20th to the 24th. Continue your learning in Dresden from the 27th to the 31st, and we will walk it off in Leamington from August 3rd to the 7th. Spots are limited. Sign up now and be part of the Barnstormers family this summer.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be.
And we're back here. It looks like now it's Thibaut Mercadier. They had him last time, but we knew it was Consta Carica. Carica finished the inning with a strikeout. Thibaut looking to gain a little confidence. The strikeouts have been good. You haven't really seen him, Eric, but the curveball you'll see here in a moment, kind of that's his out pitch. So he's got to keep people off balance with that breaking ball.
Yep, a good if it's his primary pitch, a good breaking ball as a primary pitch is something that not every pitcher has probably in the CBL. So
not as like his. Yeah, he's got the old-fashioned Uncle Charlie there when it's working. So
something that they might not be expecting.
So speaking of relievers, the Scott Curry TD Wealth trivia question, and I think we're going to do the answer here now. So the question was, name 5 Barnstormers that have reached at least one win and one save in their Barnstormer career. Eric, did you have a couple names you want to throw out now?
Well, I would want to say Brock Whitson as one of my personal friends and a really good Barnstormer in his time there. After that, it might be tough. There's been a lot of good guys who have kind of done both sides.
I would think Garrett Day would be on that list. Garrett Day, he is on that list. And there's another St. Clair player there, Sam McKinley, and a couple of former Barnstormers now, Kat Marin and Eric Pettipiece, who now plays for the Welland Jackfish. So a nice list of players. Sam had a big power arm, he probably won a championship at St. Clair, I would imagine.
A couple. Same with Brock.
But I know he was working and traveling quite a bit, so unfortunately couldn't play much anymore as that one catches the outside part. So we might see that breaking ball here at 1 and 2.
Definitely got a good call there.
And Brock dealing with some injuries. I know he's awaiting some, I believe, some surgeries. And it's unfortunate. Was a really big arm for the Barnstormers in the first 2 seasons. Here's the 1-2.
There it is.
There it is.
Good call.
So, yeah, that's that pitch, and you can see that just kind of waved at it.
Yep.
And Thibaut, when he's throwing that pitch on and locating it properly, That one was either on the corner or maybe off the plate a few inches.
It might have been off the plate, but when you know that a pitcher has that type of pitch, you've got to be ready for it to dip right back in there. The batter had no chance there.
And he's got enough zip on his fastball that you can't just sit on the curve because he'll blow it right past you on the fastball. So mostly a 2-pitch guy, but we'll mix in some other pitches as well. So good start there for Thibaut Macadier as he pumps in another fastball. 0-1.
This could be good for him as well, pitching with nothing really to
no real
worry
pressure,
about. No pressure in this game here. Just get your pitches in, make sure you're hitting your catcher where he needs you to. Pretty good frame there by the catcher.
On the 59-foot breaking ball, but
that was,
you got to give him credit for trying.
That could have been a
I do think that one
cricket.
hit the dirt.
Yeah. So that was Ansari. Ansari with some Pakistani descent, I'm sure, yeah.
Has played cricket in his day.
I would imagine so. His dad was born in Canada. Ayad was, but his dad was from
that would
born
be
in
the
Pakistan.
wicket keeper position in cricket.
Yeah.
Where we would consider it the catcher would be very similar positions.
You're
in
the
two sports.
aficionado at St. Clair College of
one way or
of
another.
cricket. So this looks like Gideon up now for the Jackfish, the big lefty.
1-2 count.
Did hit a homer. Fastball tried to blow that by him.
Almost to a knee, Gideon on that one as he fouled it off.
Reggie Jackson style. So the curveball is not as effective on a lefty, but unless you can maybe throw a curveball on that back foot and have him swing over the top of it. So let's listen into the 1-2 pitch.
Especially for someone who enjoys sitting out on the patio watching a ball game with a beverage.
That hook foul.
Nothing beats that. I mean,
So this is obviously Thibaut's inning. The bullpen is very quiet now, so hopefully Thibaut can get a quick inning through here. So he was way out in front of that pitch. So let's see what Thibaut and Ayad can come up with here on 1-2. Breaking ball, left it out, but fouled away. So doing a good job here against a really strong hitter in Justin Gideon.
Definitely all over the strike zone so far is Mercadier.
And that's something we saw when he does get in trouble, as you can probably say that about any pitcher. When you're not throwing strikes, you're going to get in more trouble. The 1-2 pitch from Macadier. That's a pop-up left side.
Correct.
That's going to
Also
drift
out of
out.
play.
So the baseball budget's going up here today in Welland. I know some of the parks have some features where they try and give the kids some stuff.
As we see some of the players that might be chasing some balls.
Yeah.
I think Toronto does a free donut for every returned foul ball.
Do they? I was there. I didn't really chase one, so
That's one I would run for.
it was Krispy Kreme too, Eric. So
Yeah, there's a nice play.
that looked like Monk's over at second to first to OC, and that's 2 away for the Barnstormers. So 2 up, 2 down here.
I thought it was 3.
Oh, okay.
That was my mistake.
So what used to be the best director in the game jumped the gun there. No, we'll give him an error on that one. ED, error on the director. So, but 2 outs though, so it shouldn't cost any damage on the error. So 2 outs, nobody on here as Macadier is looking for a clean inning. Brendan Luther, the schedule hitter, and he is still in the game here today. Crowd thinned out a little bit. A few Barnstormer fans I heard made the trip over to the Niagara region. There's another nice breaking ball. Just missed a little low. And sorry, down low. That's that advantage of being on the knee, trying to drag that ball back up. We saw that with Greg Kemble during our tutorial a couple weeks ago. The 1-0. That'll get a strike a little up in the zone, but
Certainly looks like he has more control back there, the catcher does.
yeah, Ayad's done a great job. Again, didn't play a heck of a lot last year with Kitchener. He was backing up Junior Ibarra and not playing much. And now at only like 22 years of age, getting a chance with the Barnstormers and making the most of it thus far.
I was actually doing research on him a little bit, and I think last year he hit a home run at this park when the Kitchener was here.
Okay.
There was a clip from the league on Facebook. I don't remember seeing him.
Yeah.
We
There's
also
a nice pitch.
played a lot of games.
Yeah, he didn't play a whole lot last year with Ibarra in the lineup. So, but I know Dakota spoke so highly of him. I talked to Dakota in Toronto, and he just kept saying barrel after barrel after barrel that he hits. So he's like, it must be nice to be able to hit that many barrels. There's a chopper.
Could be a tough
That's
play.
gonna be tough. Gonna have to barehand that. No. And Oda still getting used to that third base. Hasn't played a ton over there, even though he's the all-star third baseman. Played mostly at catcher, but again, trying to get those bats in the lineup with Ayad And you should own a third base is not an easy position.
No, not at all. It's a hot corner for a reason. That hit right there might not necessarily fit that description, but tough play there. Not much he could have done, I think.
And Luther's a speedy runner. As Marco, the backup catcher who came in the game for Robbie Mullen a couple innings ago, will get another at-bat. We're in the bottom of the 8th here. The Jackfish up big against the Barnstormers. We're heading towards the All-Star break. We've been playing a lot of road games as of late, but we'll be back home. That one misses down and away. Back home Tuesday night, 7:35 first pitch at Fergie Jenkins Field. Still get tickets available. You can buy them at the door. Taking on the London Majors, the rivals, the London Majors. And then Friday night, the Kitchener Panthers are going to come to town. And that'll be the last game before the break. And then, of course, the All-Star break, July 11th, July 12th, the All-Star game right here in Chatham-Kent. Fergie Jenkins Field. It's going to be a party, so make sure you get down here and enjoy it. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be entertainment, music, everything.
I'd say probably one of the busier weekends or weeks in full at Fergie Jenkins Field between the Chatham-Kent games and then the big All-Star festivities.
Definitely, yeah. It'll hopefully remind us of back on opening day 2 years ago, how crazy that was back in 2024.
Following the Kitchener game next Friday, we have a week off entirely, and then we do this same song and dance, I guess, when we come back. Friday, July 17th, back at Labatt Park, and then Saturday, July 18th, back here for a Barncast in Welland.
And yeah, I know there's a makeup game with Barrie to make up, and they talked about after the All-Star break, but that hasn't been confirmed. So keep tabs to the social media, the Chatham-Kent social media, the Barnstormers on Facebook, Instagram, or on the website for details. As we just have still one rain game to make up. Full count pitch. Runner's going to be moving on this pitch. Let's see if Tebow can sit him down.
Cotier trying to get out of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch.
Breaking ball, strike three. The mispronunciation. No, I guess they didn't take grade school French up there, but nice strikeout. Good job from Tebow McCartier. A little bit of confidence building going into that next game. Whether it be Tuesday or next Friday against Kitchener. But nice confidence from the bullpen. Karika was able to shut him down the inning before. So Barnstormers got 3 more outs to go. We're going to step away one last time here. You're watching the Enyo Barncast here from the Fieldhouse.
Discover the ultimate pest control solutions with Enyo Pest Advisors, your trusted partner in Chatham-Kent and southwestern Ontario. What sets Enyo Pest Advisors apart? Their commitment to excellence, integrity, and customer satisfaction drives Cameron and his team to deliver exceptional services, and they get results. They're committed to providing solutions, no matter how small or big the problem may be. Farmers, if rodents are eating into your profits, Enyo Pest Advisors are here to help. They specialize in farm-focused rodent control that's effective, reliable, and keeps your bottom line strong. Don't let pests take over your barn, your bins, or your peace of mind. Enyo can also help with wildlife exclusions, including bats. If spiders are taking over your home, Enyo uses a clear, professional-grade solution that protects your home and doesn't leave a messy white residue. From agricultural and residential to commercial and industrial, call Enyo Pest Advisors today at 226-627-4944 or visit them online or on Facebook at Enyo Ltd. Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs.
It's us again. Enyo Pest Advisors, 226-627-4944. Enyo.
Top of the 9th here. We're watching the Jackfish take on our hometown Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. 3 more outs. Looks like Monks is the leadoff hitter for the Barnstormers. They scored a pair of runs last inning.
The lefty stays on the mound for the Jackfish.
Danny Howitt. And then we had the big double. Who hit that double out there? Was it Gurney knocked in a couple of runs?
So, yep. More hits for him.
Yep. Before we sign off, though, I want to make sure we thank Cam and his gang from Enyo Pest Advisors, bigger than bugs. I know Riggs would want that. So thanks to them. Again, there's vote for Thomas Green, but thanks to Cam and his gang, Enyo Pest Advisors. If it wasn't for him and Enyo, we wouldn't be able to put on this Barncast here for you and have a little fun here in the field house. A little bit different alternate broadcast that we do. We talk some baseball. We talk some just having fun out here with lots of guests. We had Joel Desjardins here today. We spoke to Cole a little bit, and I had a blast with you today here, Eric. We've worked a lot of events together at St. Clair College, but we've never been kind of on the same side of the microphone. As you see a flare out to center field, it's been fun. Yeah, it's pretty cool seeing the other side of it. I haven't been too involved on the Barnstormers. I've gotten to see some games each season so far. But Chatham-Kent always does a spectacular job when I'm out here watching games. It's cool to at least help out a little bit today and watch some baseball. Yep. No, the Barnstormers, they said there's a good team in there. We just have to we got to find it. Reach in there and find it. So there's a good team to be had in these 25 plus guys. Hopefully that All-Star break can also be a thing that they can use. I'm sure the guys, even if they aren't on the All-Star team, will be around on the weekend cheering on their teammates and having some fun and reset them as we see. Yep. And that ball's down. There. That's 3 hits for Spencer Marin. So Eric bringing a little bit of that St. Clair luck to Spencer Marin here today. Yep, he was a very good Saint and continues to rake here today. Oh, okay. Cole trying to pipe in, but his microphone's gone. So 1 out, top of the 9th inning here. But again, Joel coming in. We're going to have Emil in. Everyone knows Emil Verkuterin. Hopefully I pronounced that correct. We'll get him into another Barncast at some point. Everybody's seen his face. The thousands of people come through the gates all have to walk past Emil, and he does a great job with, I call them the red shirts, but it was the volunteers. I know Knights of Columbus, all the Knights of Columbus, and they do a great job with the 50-50 and all the volunteers. They're here. I get here 2 hours before a game minimum, and they're here an hour before that. Hot, cold, windy, rainy, they're here. And then they're also the last ones out of the stadium. They're probably here after you break down, I imagine, too, Cole. So they're still breaking down. So they do a great job keeping us. And it looks like there's some action. Is that just a pitching change in Guelph? Yeah. That game's staying close, 6-3. There's a pop-up to the right side. And sorry, he's going to have to run that one out just in case. Makes the play. 2 away. Need a single here from Lee. If Lee gets the bat, they're going to give him another crack at it. Let's see. Is that Mackey? Andy came in last time and walked. I forgot he replaced Lee as the designated hitter. Another guy who I believe ended up with a walk in his plate appearance, so a little bit more confidence would go a long way for him. And tough coming off the bench and just kind of facing Teo Ortega coming off the bench. That's hit hard. Throw it away. Nope. And that's all she wrote. So it wasn't Barnstormers night, so we won't be giving away those free tickets this time, but we'll definitely do it. We had a winner last time. Mr. Mulligan was his YouTube handle, so those tickets are going to get to him. But thanks, everybody, for joining us here today. Barnstormers, remember, Tuesday night, we're back home at Fergie Jenkins Field against the London Majors, the rivals just down the road. Friday night, Kitchener Panthers, and then All-Star Weekend just around the corner, Saturday and Sunday. On behalf of myself, Eric Dominguez to my right, Cole Dupuis behind the glass, and everyone from the Barnstormers organization, thanks for joining us here today. We'll see you next time.